Hey,
Hello, everybody.
how are you?
Welcome to Excited Utterance and Dali Talks.
Yes.
And we are Liv, and this is really something that has happened without any any lead up whatsoever. I
Yeah.
have no little slides made or anything like that today. um, and we kind of decided at the last second, hello, Lefty.
Oh,
Hello, Josie. Hello, Eris. We were going to do Jensen today, but no, there's breaking news, right, Sal?
yes. Uh,
Breaking news,
yeah.
hot off the presses. Today is going to be a what the Beck, Beck and Hell, and yeah, what the actual Beck, all the Becks. We're going
Yes.
to do a bit of a recap and a chitty chat. What does it say? EU, where are your picture black? We want to see the pretty face. What are you
Yeah,
talking
your
about?
picture is kind of. Oh, that's why
Oh,
they
you're
say.
right.
Oh, it's frozen right now for me.
No, let me fix that.
Oh,
Let me fix that. Let me fix it. Let me fix it. Oh, I know why.
oh, very professional here.
I know, right? So I just said it's like today is all of the impromptu stuff.
Now they can't see you at
Am
all.
I back? Hang
No.
on. Wait. Just wait. Just wait. Give it a second.
Any? Yeah. Still frozen.
All right.
Leave studio
Let
and come back in.
yeah. Let me leave and come back. Okay.
Okay.
All right. You chitty chat to everybody for a sec.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey guys. Oh no, I am not dual streaming this. I just need subscribers, so I'm not too concerned about watch hours at the moment. And so, how's everyone doing today? This got awkward. Josie, Eris, Irish, Mads. Let's see who else. Lefty's here, of course. Oh, thank you, Eris. So, yeah, I guess I'm just here, minding the fort. Nothing awkward. Any day now. Thank you, Josie. Okay, well, we are going to be doing, once EU gets back, we're going to be doing, found 2 interviews by the lovely court clerk. And the kind of interesting when we know the current allegations. That's a little odd, but okay. And boy, EU really just left me here. She ghosted me. I believe this one is from last month, so it's probably for like her book tour. Hey Farrell, hey Kim, is that Ho Love? I guess something I said spooked EU, and I'll have to do the show alone. I'll try not to get her channel yeeted. I really hope she comes back because I can't end the stream. Maybe I can look up some Urban Dictionary definitions. Boy. So, what's everyone? How's everyone's day today? Make sure you subscribe to Dolly Talk. Yeah, I know, right? Atta girl.
I'm here.
Yep. No, you're black. I'm kidding.
Shut up.
Does everyone see her? Oh, nice, Josie.
Hello. I left my own live stream.
I
I've
know.
never done that. That's a brand new thing for me.
I know. Weird, huh?
Congratulations, EU. That's a first. So, and I'm pleased to see that works.
Yeah,
Actually.
usually it does.
Yeah, I'm impressed with that. I think that that's actually really cool technology that you can leave your own live stream,
Yeah,
reboot your computer, and come back. So it's like coming back from the dead.
exactly.
It's like I am reincarnated. So I have a second life. How exciting. Okay, anyway, so what I was saying, and I don't know what you've been chatting about since I've been gone, and I can
No.
replay it actually, Sal. So I hope that no one's been, gossiping about me.
No, only a little bit.
Only a little.
Yeah.
And since it's, this is actually on my channel, Sal, I should be on top.
Fine.
Fine. What I was saying is that there's been heaps of stuff happening, and I've been asleep for a lot of it. And what the BECK, what the BECK in hell.
Yeah.
This lady here, there's been all sorts of like gossip and innuendo, etc. And the interwebs have been just going off with different comments about this lady and whether or not people like her, whether or not people think that the defense is saying that what the defense is saying is valid. People are going on with stuff about how she's being targeted and it's just wrong and she's just so lovely and she never would do something like that and he's just a murdering murderer and a liar and la 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 la.
Yeah.
So that's a lot of things I've been reading, and I don't know what's happened overnight in my time, except for the fact that her co-authors or her people who funded her came out with some sort of statement and said that they completely support her, and as far as they're concerned, it all went through its legal checks and she didn't do anything wrong. So, and the other thing I heard was that she's talked to her counsel and she's going to come out with a statement very soon.
Yeah, good idea.
Allegedly. Yeah, great. Yeah, I would be pleading the fifth big time if I were her. Hello, Mads. Hello, Kim. Hello, Jean. Did I hear excited utterance says she likes to be on top? Yeah, of course. Hey, hi, Irish. Hi, Lefty. Oh, Lefty, way to shit on. Oops, I didn't mean to read that out. Hey, Christine. Yes, don't we all, Christine? Like, I need 1,000, Christine. You need 500? I need 1,000.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Look, I'm in Australia. It's very racist towards Australia, the whole YouTube thing.
It is.
Hey, Kim. Oh, good on you, Kim. Nice. See, Kim is she's gold. Love Kim.
Yes.
Morning, everybody from Australia. It's morning here. Hey, Dirk. Hey, Farrell. All right. I'm sorry that I went and rebooted and just derailed everything before everything started. But I just want to say hi to everybody. Okay, great. Let's go, Sal, shall we?
Okay. Let's start this lovely lady. Just look at her smile.
Let's.
Wow.
Now, I've got to ask you this, Madam Clerk. Can we dispense with the formality?
I love her eyes, too. Very Adam Schiff-y.
And can I call you Miss Becky?
Can we please do that? Thank you, Will. Thank you.
Excellent. Because during the 6 weeks of that trial, you were Miss Becky in that show. And again, just the integrity, the the way you ran that trial from start to finish, you and your crew. I'm sure you're still getting plaudits, but it was just amazing.
Thank you.
Let me ask you, have things gotten back to normal in the borough since this trial?
I don't think we really know what normal is. They say it's just a setting on the dryer. I'm beginning to believe that's about true.
Well, how's everybody doing? I mean, your family's well, your beautiful daughter, Aubrey, everybody's doing well?
We are all doing well. My daughter is
Rigging
doing great.
trials.
She's singing. She's gotten a lot of gigs, and she's got a little group together, and they sang at the Water Festival in Beaufort here recently and doing great. My husband,
awesome.
Tommy, is doing wonderful, trying to be retired, but I keep him busy. And my son and his wife and 2 children doing great.
That's wonderful. And the town, we had such a wonderful experience in Walterboro. Not just you, your staff, the sheriffs, but all the businesses there, the food trucks. Everybody's
God's
so
sake.
welcoming. What a great community.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
this
like
is just-
people murder each other and stuff and
Yeah,
that kind of thing. But apart from that, it's wonderful.
Oh, and you know what? I saw my 3rd Black person last week. Can you believe that? I could not believe that.
And
3 Black
and-
people.
they weren't even doing
Yeah.
somebody's washing.
I know.
I
They,
know.
they had their own business. They were
They had their own
professional.
business. Yeah,
With
doing
suits
their
and
own
everything.
thing. How was that? How was my accent then? It
That
wasn't
was
that
pretty
bad.
good. I wasn't mad.
I'm glad that you had that experience because that's what we wanted to provide.
Well, it was a difficult situation, but you guys absolutely did your jobs and put the best foot forward, as you said you would do before the trial. But Becky, I want to ask you, a lot of folks are writing books about the Murdaugh saga and about various aspects of it,
So
but
many
your
people
book
writing books.
just coming out. Tell me when it's coming out again, so I make sure I know that
August
date.
1st is our due date. It's already out
So
on
right
Amazon.
around the corner.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yes, it is on Amazon.
Well, I was lucky enough to get a sneak peek of it, and I gotta ask you
Ooh.
first
I
2
got a
questions,
sneaky peek.
really.
Oh, you gave her a sneak peek of it?
She gave him a sneak peek.
Oh, nice.
Like Indecent Obsession style.
I know.
You know, the whole.
Okay, my second monitor just turned off. Hold on one sec.
Look at her smile. Isn't she adorable? Isn't she sweet? What's the Beck? Oh, Becky. Becky. She flashed him. Yes, Eris. Who's Paula Dean?
Yes, Paula Dean. That's it.
Who's that?
Paula Dean, a Southern woman who is overweight and likes to cook, really unhealthy.
Oh, okay.
And I think she
could
said
see
the
her
N-word once.
cooking. She said the N.
But they all have. Yes, I got my monitor working.
Yeah, okay. Paula Dean
When
cooks
did the
with
idea
butter.
come to you to write
Lots
this,
and
and
lots of
how did you get it
butter.
done so quickly?
Okay.
Thinking back, I think the idea came from a historical point of view because we knew that this was such a trial that would be different from anything that we had ever experienced, and it would be on a worldwide stage. I think the seed was planted.
No, stop it. We're both
back
clicking on the same
before
thing.
the trial. And did I really think that I would write a book? I think the thinking was there, but then I
Yeah,
happened to meet some
but
people
then I
that
had to
kind of
make sure
put
he was
feet to the
convicted.
dream, so to speak. And that was at the very end of the trial when I met these people. And
Yes.
it took us 4.5
Mads.
months
Granny
to
Network.
write this book, which is a very, very, very fast way to write a book.
She's
did
like
you know
American
that-
version of
Takes
Granny
4
Network.
years,
Yes.
I've been told.
And did
But
you
I
know the
worked-
judge
I would
was
take
black?
4.5 decades.
I could not believe it. A black judge. We are in the 21st century. I could not believe. I worked with him. He was in charge. He was superior to me. He was my boss.
Oh my
Can
God.
you believe that? Well, all in the tarnations. Oh, sorry.
The Tarnations.
We need Mo to do the impression.
Where is Mo?
I know.
If Mo's around, she could come on stream for sure.
And did you know it's not a good idea to use the N-word around him? Who
You know,
knew?
she wouldn't say that the N word though. She'd actually say.
Yeah.
Decades. And maybe never get it done.
I have certainly enjoyed.
Look, I have nothing against the South, but there's just so many jokes to use.
Yeah. Nothing against whatsoever.
Writing my first book. I've always loved reading, writing, and from the time that I was a child. So I would pretend when I was a child that I was a newscaster.
Judge. Being our judge.
Oh dear.
Master of all things. And I'd put the newspaper in front of me and pretend I was on Channel 5 with Charlie Hall. But you have to be from the Low Country to know about Charlie Hall. He was an icon.
Let me ask you this question. One of the things that struck me in reading your book was the insight you had into that jury.
Oh,
It
yes.
was almost like you knew from the very beginning what they were thinking. And remember, a lot of folks don't
Like
know
they-
this.
It's almost like you
but
asked them.
Alec Murdaugh picked
She
that
knew,
jury
yeah.
himself, didn't he?
He did. Defendants sometimes get the chance to do that. Sometimes they exercise their right to do that. And Alec Murdaugh certainly did use his right to pick his own
Yeah.
jury. My
He
daughter
did.
almost was on the jury as
Oh,
well.
was she?
Oh, wow.
Did she
Really?
stick her daughter's jury summons at the top of the queue for this?
Her daughter was almost on the jury. Well,
Yeah.
that wouldn't have been okay. Like that would have been a conflict, right?
Well, the whole thing, everybody had a conflict. The judge had a conflict. The prosecutors had a conflict. I mean, the jurors that got on had a conflict.
Yeah. So like she's saying that the defendant chose the jury the way he wanted the jury to be. Well, that
Yeah.
didn't work out, did it?
No. Well,
No.
in his defense,
No.
they had a little
Didn't really work out.
allegedly. Yeah.
No.
That's weird though. I'd never heard of a defendant being able to choose the jury.
She just said the defendant exercised his right to do that. I've never heard of that. I don't know anything about American
he
rights.
used-
There's lots
yeah,
of
no,
American rights. I've never heard of such a thing.
He used
You
to be a
tell me.
lawyer, so I mean, I get it. He knows. I mean, he was never great at trial work, but
Wasn't he? I
Mm.
don't know. Well, apparently he was. He was very
Well-
good at theatrics.
yeah. Well, he was good at negotiations. Pre-trial, like before it gets to trial, they can just negotiate and get very. He was a rainmaker, but he wasn't great at actual trial.
Hey, W. Daisy Girl Williams, I don't know you, and welcome.
Oh yes, welcome. Nice to see you.
Please subscribe and like this channel, like this stream, sorry. And
Yes,
it's so great to have you around. We hope you come back.
indeed.
That would have been some insight.
That would have been a totally different story.
You wrote in your book, though, about sometimes juries come together, sometimes they don't. But you wrote that this jury was almost like a family. I mean, they were so close. Tell us a little bit about how those relationships developed and how they evolved over the course of the trial.
They bonded immediately from the time that they met back in the room and they were all
Group
picked
hug.
together on Tuesday
Group
of
hug, yeah.
January. And they were prayerful. I believe I say this in my book. They were very perceptive and they were
Apparently not.
just a pack. They stayed together. They treated each other like family. I could tell just from talking.
Are there any governors you are having an issue with?
I hope not.
Okay.
Also, don't know you, Amy.
Yeah.
Amy Gall, is it? Nice to meet you.
Yeah. The gall on her.
Talking to the jurors about daily things, nothing about the trial at all.
Oh, shocking.
But I've been around
Half of the jury were smokers in South Carolina. I'm surprised they still had their voice boxes.
Jury for a long time, different juries for a long time, and you get to know the layout of a jury
Dirk.
and just you can get a feel
bend over, girl, in
from
the
how
back.
juries are going to be. And I learned that this
Oh,
jury,
is that her
they were
daughter?
tight. They started every morning out with prayer. They were very watchful. They were very perceptive in the things that they were listening
Sorry,
to,
Iris.
the things they were watching during the trial, especially when we went to Moselle at the very end of the trial. That was very telling. And just by observation,
Retelling.
Well, Mads, they had been allowed cigarette breaks. It wasn't until right before they were going into deliberation, she was like, yeah, you're not going to be able to take a smoke break until you finish. So, or if you don't get by tonight, you'll, what's it called? When the jurors have to stay in a hotel, sequestered. Well, they never told the jury, allegedly, that they were going to be sequestered. So the jury never brought clothes or any supplies. So it's just numerous things.
I knew that the verdict was already pretty sealed when we went to Moselle. There wasn't going to take much, and I knew it wasn't going to take long for them to come to a decision about a verdict.
Well, let me ask you about that field trip. That's one of the most baffling parts of this trial. It was requested by the defense attorneys. They felt that it would show logistically that Alec Murdaugh couldn't have committed the crimes of which he was convicted. But you said in the book that was what sealed his fate. That
Yeah.
actually worked against Murdaugh. Tell us about that,
It
Becky.
did. The defense attorneys thought that it was going to be used in their favor. That's why I think they requested it, and Judge Newman granted it. So when we were out there on the property and walking side by side, there was hardly any conversation, no talking at all. And everyone was doing their own measurements in their own way. They were walking things out, I think, going over in their mind what they had heard throughout the trial and putting it all together. It was very heavy out there that day, seeing all the jurors contemplating and in thought of what they were looking at and seeing with their own eyes.
Yes, Kat.
I don't think that the defense attorneys thought it would go that way.
Well, and by that time in the trial, obviously, they were subject matter experts, not only on the Murdaughs, not only on all the ancillary crimes of which Alec Murdaugh stood accused, but of that crime scene. I mean, they had heard by that point weeks of testimony about what transpired on the ground they were walking. And Becky, you said they were silent, they were stoic. As you watched them at Moselle, you said that Alec Murdaugh's fate was sealed. What was it that you saw in their faces that?
Well, I convinced the jury foreman that he was guilty.
They were extremely serious. They knew that the decisions they were making was going to be life-changing.
No shit, Sherlock.
You what? Sorry, what'd she say?
Named Alec Murdaugh.
Well, let me go back.
They were serious.
At Moselle, you said that Alec Murdaugh's fate was sealed. What was it that you saw in their faces that led you to that conclusion?
They were extremely serious. They knew that the decisions they were making was going to be life-changing for this person named Alec Murdaugh. They were serious about what they were doing because they knew that the verdict was going to be a heavy one to hand out. I feel like, but in their faces,
That's what they told me.
It was almost as if they knew that they were going to have to come down with a verdict of guilty.
What?
Because to them, the evidence was there.
What? How did you know that?
It was obviously a circumstantial case, but an overwhelming amount of circumstantial evidence pointing to the guilt of Alec Murdaugh. Becky, let's talk about the verdict in that moment. I remember being in the courtroom.
I was thinking that, Matt.
Seeing you walk by with a look on your face. like it was about to happen, but you knew. You were one of the few people. We kept hearing from
You
all these
knew.
national observers that it would be weeks, that it would take forever for this jury to reach a verdict, and that they may not, in fact, reach a verdict. But you, from the beginning, had a sense of what was really going to happen. Were you surprised at how fast it was?
I was not surprised. It's called that.
Mads, let's just say she may be responsible for the ozone layer
The
depleting.
hole in the ozone layer.
yeah,
Well, thanks
with
a
the-
lot, Miss Becky, because
Yeah.
it's right over my island here.
Oh, is that where it is?
Yeah, it's right here. That's why we have like the highest level of skin cancer in the world. So,
I thought it
um,
went back to normal.
look, there's the science
Okay.
says that it's here, but
Okay.
also science is out whether or not our island even exists. So,
Sure. Yeah. Oh, you God, imagine this being played to a jury.
yeah.
Then again, SLED is going to be investigating her, so.
SLED.
Yeah.
Yes, SLED. The science is
Yeah.
out on whether SLED exists. So,
Sense or a woman's gut is called that sixth sense that you may have.
no, the woman's got sixth sense. Yes.
I was very in tune with, from watching the jury, that's
I
something
wonder.
that
Hang on. I
TV
wonder
wa-
whether her uterus told her.
She gets the sixth sense when I'm around black people. Sometimes I get my gut, my sixth sense going, and I'm a little nervous. But I try and smile and be nice and just pretend like nothing's going wrong, even
My
though I know
uterus
deep
told-
down.
My uterus told me that they were gonna go guilty.
watchers did not have the ability to see. But those of us that were in the courtroom, we could watch the jury, we could watch their body language, we could see their faces and what expressions they had. And from hearing the different witnesses that were on the stand, we could tell that, how in tune they were with each witness. And I just felt like,
I should be helping
even
out
though
the
it was a
woman.
lot of circumstantial evidence, they were able to put it all together and come up with the verdict that they got, and they got it right.
Well, let me ask you about that moment. Probably one of the most watched, most anticipated, probably for you, very stressful moments. But the moment when you read that verdict, I remember being in the courtroom, I was thinking to myself, how is she doing this? I mean, you'd been working yourself and your staff, no sleep for weeks. And here you are at this just incredibly important moment, the apex of this case, reading out the verdict. Becky, what was that moment like for you?
It was epic. I had worked
Epic.
with
It was
Alec
epic.
Murdaugh and
Epic.
some of the other Murdaugh men in the courtroom before, and I knew them on the other side of justice. I had been with them when we were all
Biblically.
together on the side of right. And now
The
here
side
I
of
was
right. Oh, hang on,
having
stop
to-
it, please. The side of right. Really? Really? The side of right? Did she say that?
Yeah.
So she thinks that she's right.
Yeah.
Therefore, okay. So my mind is blown right now. So he's guilty is the side of being right. That's what she thought all along. She just completely admitted her bias.
Yeah.
to
I
give the
don't-
verdict of
I
a
don't like this woman.
lifetime
No.
and to read it out for Alec.
Oh my God.
It was heartbreaking. It was something that I
Hey,
never
Glenna.
thought I'd
Hey,
have to
Jamie,
say out
how
loud.
you doing?
It was very heavy.
A lot of heaviness in this case. And one of the other things I noted in your book, Becky, the way that you talked about the Murdaugh family and the really the compassion that comes through those pages for some of the members of his family who were there in the courtroom every
Uterus
day. And you could
Anonymous.
really feel
We were just
that-
talking about her
that
uterus
relationship
was
that
telling
you had
her.
with them over the years and how hard that must have been.
It spoke
Becky,
to
what do you
her.
think in the aftermath of this case? There was so much at stake here, really, for justice in South Carolina, for the victims in this case. But as you look at the outcome of this, the aftermath of this trial, what has stood out to you as being significant or making an impact on you and as you continue to do your job for the justice system down there in the South Carolina Low Country?
Well, I believe that justice was done, and I believe that the jury showed that it's not all about who you are, and it's the crime. If you commit the crime, you're going to be found out, and that justice will be served. I thought it was
that's
very,
ironic.
very telling that doesn't matter
Really?
where you come from. It doesn't matter.
That's
how
not what
much
she
money you
said.
have. It sounds to me like the days of old are gone.
She's been blaming you
as
all
far
along,
as
Uterus.
things that happen, you know, right is right and wrong is wrong, and it was time to pay.
It was indeed. And Becky, I got to say, the folks
Jamie,
down there in
sincerely.
Colleton, the jury
Jamie.
pool that you winnowed through over that period at the beginning of the trial, all the folks there that helped oversee that trial, you guys were the ones that delivered that justice. And it was an amazing thing to watch. There's a lot of books coming out on this. Obviously, we've been seeing tweets and web pages with all this, but Becky, yours is the only one that really has this front row seat, this inside the minds really of those jurors, and as this was happening. So just an incredibly unique perspective behind the walls of justice,
No worries,
the
Jamie.
doors of justice. I'm sorry, behind the doors of justice.
Right.
It's available on Amazon, and we're going to put the page up here where you can access it. You've been tell us about your co-author on this real quick, Becky. You're
Sure.
working with somebody.
Sure. Neil Gordon is the co-author, and his wife, Melissa Gordon, is the photographer who took so many pictures even before I had met her. And
Shut up.
you can go to www.augustabusinessdaily.com, and it's very easy access to the website for Amazon because our book is now on Amazon. Neil is a fellow journalist and former newscaster, and he has been such a treasure in helping me co-write this book.
That is awesome. Behind the
That's
doors
okay,
of
Jamie.
justice,
Whenever you're ready.
Becky Hill and Neil Gordon. Becky, thank you so much for joining us. We got to get back down there to the Burr soon. I've been missing that food. I'm not going to lie.
Please come. We have 2 new coffee shops now here in the downtown area. Both are fabulous. Come and get you some, and we'd love to have you back soon.
Well, it became a second home for us during
Fellow
those 6 weeks.
journalists.
And again, that's also a credit to you and to that amazing community down
Eris.
there.
Thank you
Becky
so
Hill,
much.
Miss Becky,
Okay.
thank you for joining us. We'll be down there to see you again soon.
I hope so. Look forward to it.
You can see
good
me
on
at
you,
my
Becky.
trial.
Okay. Before we finish this though, Sal, I want to look at the comments
Okay.
because you know what? That interview didn't age well.
Immediately from the time that they met back in the
It didn't age well. So what
room, they
were?
were all picked together on Tuesday.
Stop! Get off my.
Would you mind just
Yeah, I'm
pressing
trying.
mute? Cool. That's all right. So I'm just ordering Sal around because he likes that. So what I like to do on this channel is get Sal to do his, comment voice.
Oh.
Yeah. And chat about the chit chat. And tell you what, the chit chat on this old video was not that old. It's only a month old or so, but it didn't age well.
No.
And what we got? Oh, that's actually what it says. Oh dear, this interview did
This
not age
interview
well
didn't
for
well
her.
for her. Greasy
Yes.
for shizzle. Self-righteous and delusional.
Hang on, just get rid of this chat there. Yep.
The interviewer's personality is creepy to me.
The interviewer's personality is
Yeah.
creepy to me. Okay, whatever.
Integrity? Ha ha ha. Yeah, she knew what the jury was thinking, all right. This is a very
Pretty bloke.
entertaining interview in light of recent developments.
Isn't it?
Go back to some of the older ones. See how everybody loves her.
Yeah, I'd like to go back to how everyone loves her. Although, I mean, we could go to some other videos and talk and see how
True.
everyone loves her. Or we could even go to Twitter and see how everyone loves her. There are certain people who are singing her
Still
praises
defending
right
her.
now. Yeah, defending her right now, yeah. Mads, actually, that's interesting. Her book still has 4 stars on Amazon. Well, I thought it would have taken a nosedive. No, opposite, Mads. People are buying the hell out of it.
Well, I would. It's probably gonna be removed soon.
Yeah, well, it'll be removed if she gets charged, when she gets charged. But right now, people are buying it,
Yeah.
buying the hell out of it. And yeah, if I were her book publisher, I'd be ka-ching on that, because they are covered, really. Like, they have apparently, according to that interview that they did, on an interview, the statement that they made, it's all being checked by legal people when they first did the contract with her and with the
yeah.
publishers. Yeah, when they put it out on Amazon, they covered their butts big time. So they're fine. And they're raking the money in. So right now is their time to,
Yeah.
while people are interested in it, this is when the money's going to be pouring in.
Okay.
Next. I realize that the attorney's on.
Wait, wrong one. God damn it.
Called Behind the Doors of Justice, the Murdaugh Murders. That title can be reused after her own trial. Yes. Yes, Josie, we know.
During this trial. I was there every day. And now you ran for office for clerk of court in 2020.
I did.
Oh,
And then you were
hey, HT, I don't know you.
I wonder if she
Welcome.
planned this.
Planned what?
Like, she knew Murdaugh was gonna be a huge case, so she ran to be the court clerk
Huh.
in 2020.
Yeah. Yeah. Like,
mean,
this is
21,
okay.
that's
This is she is attention seeking the hell out of this. Like, this woman
Yeah.
there is no question in my mind that she planned to write this book all along. No question, right?
Yeah.
And I don't get this whole publicly elected official thing.
Yeah, that's weird.
It makes zero sense to me. Like, I come from a country where we just don't have public elected officials in the court system whatsoever. Like, none.
Yeah.
Like, no judges, no DAs, no court clerks, none of this stuff is a publicly elected official. No one knows who these people are, right? And we have no, the public don't have, we don't vote for these people. They don't petition for people, for the public to have any say in that, because they're completely impartial.
Yeah.
Like, they're just public servants. And yeah, like, the whole idea of her having a public persona is crazy.
Yeah.
It's just nuts. And then for her to get up and write a book, what?
Hmm.
This blows my mind. This completely
could you have
blows my mind.
ever imagined what was to come?
No,
with your career?
No.
Yeah. Have things settled down, other than the book, have things settled down in Colleton County?
Well, I will tell you,
Interesting.
the tours coming to Colleton County Courthouse, we never imagined that. And we have tours coming every day that we're open. The bailiffs are giving tours.
Oh, wow.
We're up to, like, 10 or 15 a day.
Whoa, that's
Yeah.
amazing. It's, what's crazy is the one thing I do want to say is that, like, media, spectators, everybody loved you during this trial, because you were like the dynamic person who always had the answer, no matter if it was a spectator or an employee. And then the other thing I want to touch on too is just the staff in that courthouse, the bailiffs, the people that work the front.
Yeah.
You guys have such a special
Yeah.
crew there, and they really
you.
made everybody feel like family.
We do.
Love that you wrote this book. It's such a unique perspective.
Thank you.
But what made you decide to do this, to write this book?
Well, there's people that have said
wanted to
that
make
a clerk
money.
of court has never written a book. And I have said back,
I wanted to
well,
be
why not?
famous.
Well, this has been called the trial of the century. And this is so big and so huge. It needs to be told. There's so many things that went on behind the scenes. And that's what this book is mainly about.
Lots of things
what
went on behind
the scenes of the
scenes.
doors of justice
Mhm.
through the
Doors of
Alec Murdaugh
justice.
trial. And
Matt,
so many other stories.
yeah, I
that
know.
just
No
stem
one's
from that.
completely
I've
impartial.
never seen
However,
so many people interested in a trial like they were this one.
Me
It,
either,
I guess-
Gigi, and you've seen more than I have.
but I'll
They
tell you, my
also
brother,
don't
who does not do
care
true crime, lives across the
as
street.
much.
So I would come home on the weekends after trial. Anytime he saw me out, he would wave me down.
Like if you don't
Come
have
here,
a
we gotta
public
talk about Murdaugh.
persona,
People that normally didn't watch
have-
things
you're
like
far
this,
less
it grabbed
invested.
Oh.
their attention.
Did you ever think it would become as big as it did outside?
Yeah, I mean, Mads, you're right.
sorry, no, put it back. Yep. You can put it back. Yep.
Yeah.
What I was about to say is that if you are, if you're not publicly elected and you're not from like a political party, you're not trying to gain power in some sort of way, you're less invested in whether or not there is like a guilty verdict or a not guilty
Yeah.
verdict. So you kind of don't care as much. Like there's no real reason to try and affect an outcome. So like, for example, I know people in the prosecutions here, DPP here in my state. I know people that are on who are in defense and people who are in administration, for example. And like, it's not, I'm not going to say they don't care, but they're not invested in getting a like
Guilty or
they care about doing their job and doing it to the best of their ability. But it's not like they're there to win the public support. That's not what it's about, because they don't have a public persona. So
Gotcha.
yeah, that's what I'm trying
Side
to
of
say.
South Carolina?
I did not.
Yeah.
I did not.
We had one journalist there who was an independent. I forget where he was from. He was from overseas,
I know there was a French man.
French. And by
Yes.
the end of it, he was
Smelly?
couch
Yes.
surfing
He was.
in Walterboro.
He
just,
was.
just to
He
stay.
came to my home to cook supper for us.
Did
He
he?
became such
He cooked us frog legs.
a good friend.
Your day-to-day operations are pretty
Oh yeah, Murphs.
How's it going?
uniform and how they go.
They
But
are.
then,
It's a slow, lazy town, even though we have
Right.
crime and murder and
course.
things that go on.
now you have a bit of a family connection.
Crime and murder and, jury tampering and, elected officials breaking their oaths of office. All sorts of crimes are committed here in South Carolina, even by white people, believe it or not.
Even by white people?
Even by white people.
Really? Even by the white people?
I know. God,
Way back in the
Getting better at
Murdaughs,
this.
your granddaddy
I don't know. It's close
back in
enough.
his day, him and
Your
Buster
granddaddy?
Jr.
Yes,
Now-
Buster, old Buster.
Old Buster.
Oh, yes.
Old
They were kind
Buster.
of neighbors and business partners.
They were friends, and they were really good
What about
friends
Bubba?
in the moonshine making business that went on.
Moonshine making
1950s.
business.
And in 1956, they're the best moonshine still that
What
I've
about the
heard
chicken
was the
and the
Mac Daddy
guinea
of all
fowl?
moonshine stills got busted. And there was an arrest made. There were some indictments that went down, but
What the
no one
BECK?
went to jail
What the
in
BECK?
that little circle.
Growing up in Walterboro or in the area, did you ever hear these tales about the Murdaugh family?
I did.
Yeah, a
I
Oh,
lot
I
of
did.
And they were always around. And then finally, when I got to meet them,
You know
when I
what?
was a court reporter,
She found
it
she
was
heard all
all
these
true
tales about
to what I had
the
heard. They were bigger
Murdaugh
than
family.
life.
Mhm.
Mr. Randolph
So
Murdaugh, Buster
that
Murdaugh, I got to
already
meet. I
says to
know
me
him
that she
too.
had
And they were
bias.
just charming, and they were good at making you feel so at home and welcome. in that circle.
That was one thing I noticed about Alec during the trial is from the
Bye,
people
Lefty.
that opened the
Have a good
door
day.
to the bailiffs,
Good
to
night,
court staff.
whatever it is.
He was polite. He was charming.
It was.
You know, and so you do see that side of him that comes very natural. I think that'll serve him well in prison.
I do.
I think he'll
do.
thrive.
Yes.
Is that what you think? Do you think
I do. I think he'll have his own kingdom
Yep.
in the prison
Oh, he'll have
territory.
his own
I think so, too.
kingdom.
so? What
Oh, you
was your
think so
gut
too,
about
right?
the boat crash initially? Did you think that
Oh,
this
your
would be
gut
swept
about the
under the
boat
rug
crash.
when you
Here we
found out
go.
that it was Paul Murdaugh?
Good question. I did.
Bad
I
answer.
did.
But there was just something bigger with this, with
Well,
Mallory.
it uncovered so many things. It was like the Pandora's box unearthed, and it just opened up. And it really put a spotlight on Alec.
Were you at Paul's arraignment when he was arraigned for that?
I wasn't there, but I watched it on TV.
Did you? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. And in your book, you talk about that footage, watching that footage from the hospital that night where Randolph and Alec get there very quickly. I think it was within 10 minutes. In fact, I think they may have beat Paul there.
Mhm.
And then you see him going from room to room. And I've always heard Randolph was a nice man.
Oh, yes.
But, then you hear this comment where he says that she's gone. There's nothing we can do about it. Do you think that night when they realize the enormity, you've got kids in hospital rooms, you've got one that's missing.
Mhm.
Do you think at that moment, Randolph knew, like, this is the biggest thing to happen to this family and we
I
have got to
do.
get a grip on it?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
They had to get their story.
You knew the Murdaughs in a professional capacity before
Yes,
this.
Right.
When you first heard about Paul and
Mm.
Maggie being murdered, what was the first thing you thought? What went through your mind?
The first thing
Yeah.
I thought, and I told
What
my
was it?
friend who called me at 10:30 that night, well, where is Alec? Where is
Mhm.
Buster? Are
Yeah.
they safe? Because I
Oh,
thought
yeah.
whoever
You were
was
so
out there,
worried.
would be looking for them. It was
Mhm.
my understanding that Alec was not there when it happened.
Right.
And Buster, I had heard, was coming down from upstate. And my
He
thought
was
was
terrible,
they need to
wasn't
be
he?
protected.
Did you think early on it could have been Alec, or at what point did you think, wow, this could be him?
The next day, when we heard the message go out from law enforcement that the public was safe,
Exactly.
that gut feeling, that woman's intuition,
I had the same
Oh,
thought.
yeah,
I never
yeah,
really
her
thought
uterus
this was
told her.
related to the boat crash, though.
I did not either. It was still
People thought.
mourning too. I mean,
Yeah.
this was not a vindictive vendetta.
No.
No.
I thought more of a drug connection because I'd always heard rumors about the drug
Connection.
the
Oh,
drug
you
running.
don't
I thought
say.
he owes a debt or something. That was
That
kind
was
of
a more believable thing.
it really was.
Yeah,
Now you went to Paul and Maggie's funeral.
Yeah.
I did.
Alec was at the funeral,
He was.
and was he emotional? Was he crying? Was he?
Always
Not
was.
at all. Not
No.
at all. He was trying. He was
Come on.
meeting people. He was
Okay.
shaking hands. He was making sure everybody else was okay. He was talking to everybody else,
Mhm.
just, going around and just talking.
Now looking back, you attended that. You saw him there. Is it
Mhm.
weird to think now he did this?
Well, and I'll
Yes,
tell you,
Rebecca.
because for so long,
But
a year and
you
a
have
half,
to
they
have
we
a
had heard
uterus.
he wasn't there.
Or, Becky, you have to have a uterus. Otherwise, you won't understand what they're talking about.
I think we sent you a link, but I'm sure you're busy.
We did
Bakers.
send you a link. He knows. He tweeted me
Okay.
back, and he said that he's stuck on a train and he's really drunk.
Well, that sounds like the perfect time to stream.
It does actually, from
I
the
know.
train. Yeah.
That's the one story he stuck to. He wasn't there.
Right.
He wasn't there. And then the very first thing that we heard in the trial, the bombshell that put silence throughout the whole nation, was when that video was played.
Thank you.
That
We
was-
heard his voice. And then he admitted, yes, I was there.
I'd heard of the Snapchat before trial. I knew that they did have a Snapchat from that night. And what always struck me as odd is you watch them on that and you listen. And even with the Kindle video,
Mhm.
it's
Good
normal.
point,
You
Paige.
don't hear any
yes.
sense with Murdaugh that there's something wrong, that he's stressed, he's thinking about something.
There's no squabble. There's
There you
no
go.
fighting.
Nothing.
Uterus will
Paul's
whisper to
laughing,
you.
he's giggling.
Yes,
Was that the big aha moment for you? Was that Kindle video?
it was. It was huge.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
It was big. And you didn't know about that before trial?
I did not.
Oh.
There was I remember in the courtroom, there was a huge gasp throughout the whole, and I could just
Well,
hear it
Nick
going
did
throughout
not
the
do a
whole
very good
nation
job,
as
did he?
everybody was hearing
He
that
said he
for
was
the
gonna
first
get you
time in
both
their
drunk.
living rooms or wherever they were.
You said in your book that every morning before trial, Alec would greet you.
He would.
How did that feel? because you knew him when things were normal.
Yes.
And now he is the defendant, and
It was
on
so
the opposite.
surreal. I mean, it was almost like he was coming in as an attorney and
Mhm.
saying, "Good morning, Miss Becky."
Yeah.
But here he was a
help her get some
defendant,
stubs.
and it was different.
were you
Stubs,
worried
yeah.
you guys would not get a fair jury in Walterboro with the
I need some
Murdaughs having that
stubs.
stronghold for over almost 100 years, 80 something years? Did you guys ever think this would be sent to another city, a bigger city in South Carolina?
There's always that possibility, but I have to tell you that I remained open-minded. I know that there's an influx of people from the north that have
could
come
one of
down to live here
the
in the
mods here,
south.
please,
I knew that there would
put
be people who
Christine's
Yeah.
had just gotten to
link up because she
voting
needs some
age,
stubs.
and their names would be put on the roll to
I mean,
be
we all
called as a
do.
juror. So that would be a younger generation. So I knew that there would be quite a good
Thank you.
population that may not even know the Murdaughs.
We'll
And I will
support you,
tell you, we
Christine.
had 3 jurors on our jury that did not know the Murdaugh name.
We had 2 major documentaries out about the case.
I had to work
It was-
extra hard to convince them that he was guilty. I had to go out of my way. I even had to get one of them kicked off the jury by lying about something their ex-husband said that I saw on Facebook. And unfortunately, I didn't realize at the time the juror had a restraining order against her husband, that ex-husband out. So that really kind of put a damper on the festivities there. Hey, Val.
Hey, Val.
was
you
all
doing, Val? Do you
over
wanna come on?
news day and
Yeah.
night,
Yes.
leading up to the trial. Now, do you agree with the state's
I'll send you a
theory
link.
of the murders that it was a pressure cooker and that he wanted to buy time?
Well, partly.
Yeah.
I think partly. He
You
was
know,
under a lot of pressure.
And you have to wonder, what happened in between those few minutes where they're laughing and talking about the dog
know.
having the chicken or the guinea
You're
or
out with the
whatever,
goats.
Aw.
to a double murder.
Right.
We'll never
Mhm.
know.
We won't.
So as far as the Murdaugh family, is it Nettie that was there?
Was that, are you talking about victims advocate
Yeah,
deputy
she had the shaved head.
Ned Grant? Ned Grant.
I love her so much.
She is phenomenal.
Her
She
with
was
Any other
made-
streamers you want to come on? Hey,
Really
Farrell, you
was.
want to come on?
Yeah. And it's 2023. Can you not get a better camera, guys? Seriously.
It's interesting, isn't it? It like honestly, the 2007 Jensen trial looked better than this.
Yeah. Like this is like 2002 YouTube.
Watching her with that family, how
Whose channel
delicate
is
she
this
was.
anyway?
What's her name? Pretty Lies and Alibis.
I thought she had a good
I
setup.
did. Yeah, I mean, better than this crap.
Okay.
Probably gonna get.
Yeah, she's probably
copyright
going to come
struck.
flame you soon. Yeah.
I know. That's why I
Yeah,
probably
oops.
should stop it more often.
Yeah.
This is, we're
Oops.
yeah, we're trying to,
They were all so kind.
change it.
I spoke
Aw, that's a
to each
shame,
of the Murdaughs
Farrell.
at some point during the trial. It was
I
hard to
wanted your
watch them,
uterus to come
especially
talk
John
to
Marvin.
us.
You could tell that
Oh,
bond he had with Paul.
Yes, he did.
Were you surprised that
Yeah, he had a bond with his kid. His kids, they meant the world to him. So it makes perfect sense that he unalived one of them.
Thank you.
Buster was there every day?
I was not surprised. I figured that he would be. Yes. Now, John Marvin, I have to say, he is a very noble man, and I've gotten to know him recently in the past few years, and he did love his nephews.
Hey,
both
Jackbox
of them,
Springs.
and he's just been a very
Hey.
kind, charming man in every instance that I have met with him.
I agree. Total sweetheart.
Randy too. Randy as well.
Yeah,
Total
Randy's a little bit more
sweetheart.
reserved. So you heard that Alec had been practicing his crying and snot blowing before trial.
I did hear that.
Cool.
Yeah.
What? Practicing his snot blowing? Nah.
Yes, Amber Heard, a professional actor, cannot get one tear out while describing the most supposedly horrific moment of her life. Yet Alec Murdaugh, a drug addict lawyer, debarred lawyer, is able to have snot blowing out of his nose on command.
But he's good at theatrics.
Well, shit. Why didn't they have Alex Murdaugh be an actor instead of Amber Heard? Apparently, he's way better at it.
Look, the uterus knows, right?
Yeah.
Uterus knows.
I
And
mean-
uterus says, I don't believe for a minute he killed his family, right? So if the uterus says that, then I believe uterus.
Hey, even better. Alex Murdaugh is a painkiller opiate addict. That guy is not going to be able to defecate on command.
No,
That shit,
No.
he has not taken a bowel movement in the 21st century
no,
with the amount of opiates he was doing.
no. And like, so excreting anything is really quite difficult for him, including snot.
Yeah. Hell, I once wasn't able to urinate for almost a week when I started Suboxone. That's a story for another stream.
TMI.
Tell me about it. Tell more
Mm.
information. Okay.
No, not tell.
Yes. Well, he was good at it, so he
was
must
good
have
at it, yeah.
practiced, and he did it very well, much to the jury's chagrin.
Oh yeah, didn't one juror like kind of pass the tissues to Jim Griffin? I think.
believe so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Clean it
No,
up,
that was
please.
so
Yeah.
that's so
and speaking of Buster,
sweet.
you talk about swearing
Okay.
Buster.
Yeah, maybe they're trying to pass the tissues because the guy has snot blowing out of his nose and he wants him to. You give tissues to someone in that situation.
Yeah, I remember that moment. That was sweet. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, it's at
This
the
is
very least,
ridiculous.
if they looked at that angle, I mean, why two guns? It makes no sense.
Yeah,
Before he
why two
testified, which I
guns?
thought he did a great job on the stand.
I
You know,
do
it was
too.
under what pressure he had. And you said you were trying to find something off with him, but you just couldn't.
I couldn't. No,
Yeah.
no.
Was there any point that you thought
Huh.
Alec came off as
I will say she knew his father. I don't know. I don't think they went to school, or maybe they did. I don't know how old she is. But
She looks about the same age.
yeah, maybe she did.
She really does. Ooh, that's interesting. Someone will work that out though. Like,
Yeah, we
for
should
sure.
look into it.
Well, yeah, I would not be surprised if someone's
yeah.
already trying to work out whether they know one another. Yeah, that's a really good point, actually. Jackpot Springs, good one.
authentic on the stand?
No,
No.
never. No,
Yeah. You never felt like he was telling the truth about anything up there.
I really don't. And
Really, Val? We didn't know that at all. Breaking news.
Okay. Listen to this.
Off with him, but you just
Mic drop.
couldn't.
I couldn't. No,
Yeah.
no,
Was there any point that you thought Alec came off as authentic on the stand?
no,
No.
never. No,
Yeah. You never felt like he was telling the truth about anything up there.
I really don't. And
He literally confessed to everything except the unaliving.
That's it.
He confessed to everything.
He did. He did himself in
Everything.
completely. He said, cool, send me to jail for my whole life. But I didn't do
did
that.
not- And he's going to jail most likely for the rest of his life.
He is absolutely for the rest of his life. He actually, that's what actually turned me around to thinking that he didn't do it.
Yeah.
Because I was like, all right, so he's gone and completely screwed himself
Yeah. he's
and
willing
said,
to
cool,
accept-
you know what, that's fine. I know I'm gonna put myself and just
yeah.
say, you know what, forget
I
it.
deserve it.
But I'm not, I know you're going to put me in prison for my whole life. It's going to happen anyway. So
Yeah.
as far as I'm concerned, that's cool, but I'm not going to go down as being the one who did this. I didn't do this.
No.
Right. And so for me, I was just like, well, okay, if he's going to stand up there and say that,
Hey, Jamie.
then hello.
Yeah, like what? Why?
That was, for me, that was enough. Like, I was like, okay, well,
that's
cool.
what always.
We've got
kind
nothing
of,
to lose.
Why they even brought this, I don't know. But there was no point. He's going to be in prison for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah,
Jamie.
Dave. Yeah, the Baker. Yeah, the dog video. But the dog video. But the dog video.
you know,
Of
well,
course.
if he's there, people are going to think that he did it.
Of course.
Well, he was there, so we think he did it.
But you got to put it all together. It makes no sense.
No.
I mean, we know that.
And yeah, it's just. Ugh.
Hey, what salty dog? That's new. We should be reading this out. Hang on. I think people are wrong when speculating that she was working for Murdaugh. I think she was paid working for or blackmailed by Maggie and Paul's unalivers. What? Plot twist?
It could be.
Plot
I mean, they're all so corrupt
twist.
there. No offense if you're there. But
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, no offense.
like everyone, Sled, Murdaugh, the people he worked with. Yeah, I don't know enough about the judge, but he could just be a crappy judge.
I think a lot of us agree on that one.
Yeah.
Oh,
He
he
just-
was awful. He was
Yeah,
awful.
he was an awful, crappy human being. 100%.
Hey, we're
But-
talking about the judge now, or
Oh, both of them.
we were just talking about the judge?
Oh,
Hang
okay.
on, let's get this right. He let a lot of things in. He let a lot in.
No, he let everything in.
He
I'll
let-
allow it.
It was like,
Um,
were you kind of like, it was kind of funny at first. 'Cause
It
he
was.
he was like so
It's still
relaxed.
funny.
And
yeah.
like, I was like, oh, okay, this guy's
I'll
gonna
allow
be
it.
cool. And then
Yeah.
it just became out of control.
This crap
yeah,
show,
it got ridiculous.
and it just
got
became
so
a meme
stupid.
of him. I'll allow it.
Yeah.
We'd like to introduce evidence that Murdaugh was a bully and stole a kid's lunch money. Was he in when he was in
Yeah.
5th grade?
Yeah, yeah.
I'll
I'll
allow
allow
it.
it.
Because you see, Judge, this goes to the fact that he wants to steal other people's money. He has a history of stealing other people's money.
Yeah.
So when he did this in 5th grade and stole another student's lunch money, this
Yeah.
just goes to show what he is capable of. That he will
Uh-huh.
stop at nothing to steal someone else's lunch money or to steal
Yep,
any
that's
kind
it.
of money.
Mm-hmm.
And
I'll allow it.
I'll allow it.
You sound
Yeah.
like Creighton Waters right now. It's crazy.
And he's like, okay, bring the jury.
Is your kid up, by the way?
Why?
No, I don't
Oh,
know.
yeah, she is.
Okay.
Yeah, I checked. Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
I checked.
And
Thank
he
you.
had such a hard time answering questions that I would get very
He literally answered everything. The only reasons he fought with the prosecutor is because the prosecutor was trying to get him to say stuff that he could later use in his closing argument. Murdaugh, being a lifelong lawyer, was smart enough to know what the prosecutor was trying to do and not fall into his traps. Like, because he kept saying, and you looked them in their eyes after you stole money.
Look,
So
I
he-
said that about 20,000 times.
Because he wanted to use that line in
Driving
closing.
me freaking mental.
He wanted to have that line.
Oh, I
and
know. He had his
looked at
closing
the-
written already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and he just
Yeah.
had to get Murdaugh to say that stuff. And Murdaugh, as scummy as he is a very good lawyer and knew.
I'm not going to say that. I ain't
Yeah.
saying that.
What?
And
Right.
knew, yeah, I'm not going to say it. I'm going to fight you. I'm not going to give you the
Yeah.
line.
Can you stop
Don't.
saying it? Because I ain't saying it.
Yeah. And then the prosecutor, we should maybe watch that cross. I don't know. But I mean, it was just
the
very,
cross went for years, though. It
Yeah,
went for
it did.
like,
Years.
Uh,
Oh my
yeah,
yeah,
God.
because he couldn't get anything from Murdaugh.
yeah,
And
he kept
Murdaugh
saying,
was just-
so you looked them in the eyes.
Yeah.
You looked them in the eyes and you lied.
And then you looked him in the
so
eyes, and then you looked him in the eyes,
And you looked him
her
in the eye.
eyes.
It
Him in
was
the eye.
just,
Look her in the eye.
I remember thinking this whole time going, oh my God, shut up. Like,
I know.
can you stop already? It's so,
Stop
it's so
with looking
obnoxious.
people in the freaking eyes thing.
Yeah. The
Please.
memes were hilarious, though, of that trial.
Oh, there's this song in Zoot called
But
Look in My Eyes.
Yeah.
Like, you know what the truth and tell me, look in my eyes. Baby, look in my eyes. Look in my eyes. I should get that out.
Yeah.
We should play that in the
Oh,
background
it's
and
all
watch that cross.
copyrighted.
But like
Yeah.
this kind of thing, doesn't this drive you crazy? Because I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
I've never seen a trial where like the clerk is like making her rounds and talking about this stuff like she was the attorney and handed out the justice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's so off-putting.
Hey, baby, want to try anal?
Let it all
I'll
in.
allow
No,
it.
I will not allow it.
She leaves it all
Oh
open.
my god.
It's it all in.
No.
Hey, where's Wesley? Where's Wesley when you need him?
I know.
Let's the back door open.
Oh my god, you two.
You're frustrated and have to get up and walk out of the courtroom.
Oh,
It's just
that was the
unbelievable the way that he
best.
couldn't answer a question.
I'm
And
a
I know there
simple
was a
small
big
town
fight.
lawyer.
Did he say that?
No, who said that? Harpootlian, I think.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, Jim. Might have been Jim. Oh, hang on. No, was it? Was it not? Was it Crichton Waters? He said, "I'm just a simple small town lawyer." It was like, you have to explain that to me. I don't know
Okay.
what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, that trial was so tedious.
It was pretty entertaining though.
People made it entertaining, but it was just really frustrating at times.
It was frustrating.
There was a lot of boring parts.
Hello.
That was
you
actually
guys.
pretty boring, but I said it was actually very boring.
That's what I thought.
There was a lot of it that was boring.
Well,
It took me a while to
I
get into
thought
it.
once they got into the money stuff, I was
Yeah.
bored. I was so bored.
That's true. The money
Oh,
part
yeah.
was boring.
Yeah, because and this is check number 142. Did you forge this? Or did you steal this?
Did you look in his eyes and say,
And this is check 143. Did you steal this money? What about 144?
Yes. And I was like, oh my God.
Your Honor, this check evidence is cumulative. I'll allow it.
I'll allow it.
yeah.
Check 1,758. Did you steal this money?
Baker, I've invited MLS. I've invited Nick. Like, I don't know, how drunk are they? I don't even know if they've checked their messages. I invited MG as well. I've invited a few
If he
people.
is continuing to drink, he must be dead right now, guys.
You would think. I just sent them.
check on him.
I thought, who knows? Catch some fish. See if I can catch any fish.
About putting him on the stand,
Yes,
but it came down to him.
it did.
So
It did. That's the rights that he has.
But I think he had to after that kennel video, and then you get every person on that stand, and they say, "Do you reckon?"
Okay. I don't give a crap about the kennel video. Why does everyone care about this kennel? I get it. It means he was there, but it still doesn't prove anything.
Yeah.
And people just love it. So anyways, I'm annoyed about that. I was annoyed about that at the beginning. He shouldn't have lied. It's annoying, but I kind of see why he was shady though, in a way.
Yeah.
Look at all the people that just wanted him, like,
Exactly.
And it's like
They're
he's
all out to
having,
get him.
he's having this lovely time with his family.
Mm.
Nothing weird. He's not angry at them. He's not yelling in the background. He's just having fun and just talking to them.
Yeah.
And then
you cannot make me believe that he was like hanging out with his family and then he just went
and he obviously didn't know
his
about the
head.
video.
Like, no way. I don't believe
He
it.
didn't know about the video. So
No, and he might not have even remembered.
no. So he wasn't faking it. He wasn't pretending to be happy on the
Mhm.
video.
Well,
It
even
was
if
just-
he was down there, the
Yeah.
timeline, first of all, they don't even know when they were unalived. They have no idea. They're just basing it off of cell phone data, as usual,
Yeah.
So they have
flipped
no
it around.
idea. He could have somebody could have been sitting down there waiting, and he could have left.
Yeah.
And, like, it all happened.
This is the jackpot. This is the court clerk that allegedly did a lot of very bad things to control the jury and
In
get a
the,
guilty verdict in Murdaugh.
And the lady interviewing her has like a true crime podcast, and she's like she's like a wine mom true crime podcast.
Oh yeah.
She thinks everybody's guilty. So
The OG Brandy Churchwell.
oh yeah.
Recognize those voices. They wrote it off. Alec Murdaugh.
Yeah.
The interviewer was it Pretty Lies and Alibis?
Yeah.
Really
Gigi or
annoying.
something. Gigi.
Yeah.
Something.
Not our Gigi.
Yeah, not our Gigi.
I
A
hope.
bad Gigi.
Nothing to lose to get on that stand.
Exactly.
But financial stuff is pretty solid.
When do you need to leave?
In about 5 minutes, but
Okay.
we may have
No worries.
someone joining us in a second.
Okay.
So, I'm going to let you run everything, Sal,
Sure.
obviously, because you are co-host
Yes,
of
co-host.
the channel. And everyone, please give Sal a like and a submission. Subscription. Hello, Carol.
Hi, humans.
Hello.
Do you have a new microphone?
I do.
Yes.
It's amazing.
Amazing.
Awesome.
Send me the link.
I will. You were supposed to send me a link, and
I
you
know
didn't.
I was going to, and then you said you bought one.
Well, I want
Hey,
to
this way out.
Kidding.
How's
Okay.
it going? Yes. So you guys have fun and watch a bit more of this, and I'll be back in 10
Oh, you're
minutes
leaving us
maximum.
alone with your channel?
I know.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
I know, right? I'm scared.
Hey, I have
yeah.
co-admin permissions. I can keep it on track.
Yeah. So Sal can
You
actually
know
run the
we
channel.
wouldn't hurt your channel.
Yeah, my
Oh,
channel
no,
maybe, but
no.
not yours.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, and fortunately, Sal can't actually type in chat under my name.
Yeah. Darn.
That would be, I would be much more worried then. Anyway, yes, please take care
Yes.
of my channel, and I shall be back shortly. I'm taking Miss Princess to school.
Okay.
Goodbye.
See you in a second.
Bye.
All right, Farrell. What are your thoughts? Please tell me.
What are
I
my thoughts
Yes.
on what exactly?
Just
Any
everything
of this.
going on.
That Baker's kind of a jerk.
Fair.
I don't think that he was alone in stealing all of that money. I think the entire firm, or at least most of them, were in on it.
Yeah.
And I don't think that he did anything to his family. So
Yeah.
I
Sounds about right.
agree. But like, how do you feel about this woman going around doing these interviews? I don't know. To me, it just feels
I
grimy.
think it's sus.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
I think that the defense has something pretty big here.
Yeah. Assuming they can prove it, but
Well, I mean, they already have some jurors willing
Yeah.
to talk because they don't seem to be happy about this book coming out. So
yeah.
Because think about it. Like, if they were all felt guilty, if they all felt he was guilty,
right, they just keep their
They-
mouth shut.
why wouldn't they keep
Yeah.
their mouth shut and be like, you know what, I don't care. He's guilty. Who cares?
4, I
Right?
think.
Yeah,
now.
I think they have. Oh, maybe it is 3.
Or is it 3 and then the one that was
I think there's one statement that's like
Clicked
I didn't really know
Oh.
anything. I think they have
Okay.
4, but one of them's like, I didn't really see anything, but they were in a different room. Like that's really all it is. Was that talking about them being split into 2 different rooms, which is really strange.
Yeah. I think it
But-
was 3 actual jurors, and then the 4th was the lady got kicked off because I don't think they considered her a juror. So she didn't
Okay,
actually-
did they talk to her? That I would like to hear from her.
Yeah, she's the
Yeah.
one that had all the stuff about her husband and stuff.
I
That-
love you, Baker.
She was the one that they got the husband statement too because they claimed he
Right.
was the one that posted on that Facebook that got her kicked off or whatever.
Right, and it wasn't even him. And I looked through that group last night, and they've already taken that whole post down because they are very anti-Alec on that Waterboro, whatever the Facebook group is for their community.
Holy shit.
I mean, what?
No, the Diamondbacks just came back.
Oh Jesus!
Oh
No,
Lord!
we were down.
I thought
Wow, we were down 5-1.
I know. I thought there was some breaking news in this.
5-1. We've
That's
scored
right.
10 runs since then. It's 5-11.
I mean, I get his excitement. It's his
This is insane. I mean, Davies blew it in the first, but wow. Huh. We had to win this game.
wow.
Baker, did
I-
you see what Sal was saying about the black judge?
Oh God.
What
I
did
was
you
saying
say?
it
'Cause I
as
was-
this woman.
I was
From the
like,
South.
wow.
I was
Well,
doing
that's
her
not
like-
how the clip is going to look.
What happened?
No, I was like, did you know the judge is black? Can you believe it? You know, it is the third black person I've ever seen in my life.
Lefty said she was like Paula Dean,
Oh yeah.
and Paula Dean had her little racist
Word,
stuff come
yeah.
out. Yeah,
Her
so
binger slip.
Oh, yeah.
so Sal did that, and it sounded horrible.
Well, you are.
Oh, and she's just a southern, white older woman. So, and did you know the judge? He is actually in charge of everyone in that courtroom. White people too. I never knew.
Oh my God.
I cannot believe it.
Sal.
Woo!
I had to listen to him. Who knew? I sure didn't.
You just keep giving me that content, buddy.
I know, right? You do a terrible Southern white woman.
I thought I was
Yes,
doing a
you
pretty good one.
No, it's awful.
It's really bad.
Oh,
It's
Lordy,
horribly fantastic.
You're giving me the vapors.
Exactly. It's horribly bad, is what it is.
Not a lot of ways to wiggle out of the financial stuff he had done.
Correct.
The murder
Wasn't wiggling out. He admitted to it all.
Right.
Ignorant.
And the
slut.
financial stuff, first of all, guys, it didn't matter in any of this.
No.
Right.
Well,
Why are we
technically.
talking about it? Who gives a flying F? And like Farrell said, I thought the same thing the whole time. I'm like, there ain't no way nobody was in on this.
Right. All
There's
that
not-
money, there's no way they either were not involved or they're the dumbest people on the planet.
Yeah.
Yep.
For you to not know that amount of money is like just phew, gone, like,
Yeah.
and that amount of time, no.
Yeah. And that accountant lady, she was, how long did it go before it go unchecked? I mean, there ain't no way.
Well, even then, like that's how they brought it in, is because they used that day her confronting him. Well, she had confronted him many times, and he just went to the bank and got another loan and fixed the money situation.
Yeah.
Nothing. So how was his world crumbling down that day? It wasn't.
Yeah. Plus, his mom was dying. His dad was dying. Like, and why would he need to take his son as well?
Yeah, it wasn't.
wife?
He
And
wasn't
by
getting
all-
life insurance from anybody.
Yeah.
It wasn't going to help his situation any.
Right.
Yeah, I mean,
His
oh, yeah,
world
there
wasn't
was no
crumbling. He would have fixed it just like he had 100 times before.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're right. There was no life insurance. I mean, that would have been pretty damning.
I mean,
Okay.
it would have been like a piece
Well-
to put in there, but that once you found out there was literally no life insurance, it's like, okay, well, I never saw a reason anyway, but you know what I mean? Like,
No.
it would have been better than what they were trying to put out there.
Yeah.
Like Farrell
And
said,
I mean,
world
if-
was crumbling because he had to get a.
Yeah.
I mean, he easily walked over to the bank and was like, "Can I have $600,000, please?" Yes.
Yeah, here you
I'll
go.
allow it.
Sign it when you can. Like,
Yeah.
He had like Judge
Yes,
Newman
back
at the bank.
whenever. I mean,
Yeah,
come on.
Judge Newman was working at the bank, giving him out money.
Yeah, no divorce, no talk of divorce, even though all the little
No.
podcast people are
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like, give me a break. That would have been so, they would have put that out there. They would have said, oh, there's this life insurance policy and she was going to file for divorce. It would have been all over and nothing, not a single
Right. And
peep.
every person that came in there that the state called was like, oh, they loved each other so much. And
They were so happy. Yeah. I don't get it.
yeah, I like that. The little podcast people.
Well, they are. Like, I honestly used to listen to that crap back in the day, and now I'm like, ugh, I sicken myself thinking about
I
it.
know.
Because they're
Yeah.
so grimy.
Oh, she's just awful. I'm not even going to watch it. No, you're just liars.
murders, you always have a jury where they can say, well, there's reasonable doubt. But you think that visit to Moselle really sealed the deal for some of those jurors.
Oh, I do.
Well, no, it did for the foreman.
How long is this interview?
It's like another 14 minutes.
So like 5 more hours.
No,
Sal,
maybe.
how long have I been on? And we've listened to 2 sentences.
Yeah, we went a little faster when it was just you and me.
Well, I had
Oh, it's
lots
okay.
That was like a
waiting on it.
No, I know.
One more word.
But wait, there's more.
the missing piece
Okay,
of the
yeah.
jigsaw puzzle, or the last piece.
Oh, sorry. I let 5 words get in there.
I'm kidding.
I know.
Play it.
Play it.
Well, yeah. And like, I love, yeah, okay,
Yeah, that's funny, isn't it, Baker? Because during the trial, you could trust all these statements from people that were all just a bunch of hearsay, nothing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she is the HOA president.
100%.
Yeah.
He's finally being put into place. That was it. I think for all of us, it was
And
heavy.
the distance between where Maggie and Paul were when they were shot, when they were found, was it a long distance between them?
No,
No.
maybe just a little bit more than me and you,
Oh,
between
wow.
me and you.
Oh, okay.
Not far at all.
Because, it's hard to tell in the pictures
It
when they
is.
point out
No,
where,
it
where they
isn't.
were
It was
found.
And
much
during the
further than
trial,
that.
most of us had
Was it?
That their bodies were not that close together because she was over by that building with whatever you call the building without walls.
Kennel or whatever.
No, not the kennel. It was like a carport kind of style thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
God, he was listening. I'm sorry, dear. Now I feel bad.
Not before I clip it, you.
And it's not even bad. She's joking.
It's
She's
not.
joking.
Okay.
I'll
Yeah, I'm not like, I'm making fun of her for being a racist.
Yeah, I agree, Farrell. They weren't even close together at all.
Okay.
I wonder. I'm gonna look at
from
the.
what we heard that she was running away from the scene, but that wasn't true.
Mm-mm.
She was actually running towards her son.
Now, before the
she
Murdaugh trial, had
wasn't.
you ever been in a trial with
Sorry.
Dr. Kinsey?
I'm just
No,
yelling
no,
over
first
it.
time.
You don't have
Yeah.
to stop it.
Impressed,
Oh my gosh.
to say the least.
I've watched his testimony
Wait,
probably
what was that, Jamie?
Shut up.
5 times.
Have you?
Yeah, just because it's so well done, and
Yes.
it's I would go to any class he taught.
And it's almost like you can't rock him.
Who is she talking about? The
We. It's funny because it's true.
Oh my God, where is Luna?
I love you, Luna. She's my black friend.
Oh my God.
You just can't. He's
And-
so solid.
And when they had the defense had their witness, saying that it could be over here, and he is in a very nice Southern gentleman way says
Mhm.
that's not the case,
That is so true.
And then he went back and re-explained it, and that jury, that witness, Dr. Kinsey, they
Dr.
did
Kinsey,
not take their eyes
he's
off
a-
of him. They
Yeah.
were transfixed
I
because he
noticed
used the
that too.
visuals.
Right.
When he used the dowel to show the angle.
Yeah.
Let's move on to the side of the road.
When he
Okay.
What
inserted
did
the
you
dowel.
think when you heard he had been shot in the
And it
head?
made
Oh
no
my
sense.
goodness. I can still remember hearing that day and where I was. And it was like, oh my gosh, this is such.
She's talking about when segregation ended.
Oh my God, you stupid.
He had been shot in the head.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, Lefty.
I can still remember hearing that day and where I was. And it was
I
like,
could not believe
oh
it.
my gosh.
God.
This is such a lie. Well, first of all, he's not going to stop and he's not going to change his own flat tire. And then the story about someone coming and shooting him was a little preposterous. On Labor Day weekend.
How close were
Yeah,
we to
nobody
getting
dies
Cousin
over
Eddie on
Labor
the
Day
stand?
weekend.
Very.
Really? That's what I thought.
Very close.
Yeah. Oh,
Well, his name was on the witness list.
yeah, 250 that they had,
They
but
did.
that was
Yes.
every day we would say, you
Yes.
hear anything about Cousin
Oh,
Eddie?
we were all anticipating Cousin Eddie.
But man, what that man knows.
Yes, yes.
You have
yes,
to
yes.
wonder.
Maybe he'll write a book.
Shelley Smith, the caregiver, and for her to get on the stand with Alec looking at her
Mm-hmm.
and saying he was carrying a blue raincoat that
The
ended up being covered in gunpowder.
Right.
He was
Right.
carrying a
Man,
condom.
you could see the fear, not the fear. I think it was.
This woman is an idiot. They are idiots.
Yeah,
Gigi, you're an idiot.
not our Gigi.
Not our.
I'm going to tell her you said that.
This
Yeah, I was like, what did Gigi do? Jeez.
God. So
So the map, like that drawing that they had, that not to scale, it says it's 19 feet from the corner of the building where Paul was to the whatever that other thing is, the carporty like thing. It's 19 feet from there to there, and she was on the side of it, like way far away.
Yeah.
not even close.
Yeah, they weren't, and they weren't across this
She was-
table.
They said she was running towards him. I'm like, no, she
Well,
wasn't.
Actually, she might have been.
I mean, she might have came around the corner, but if somebody,
Right. I
was
think she
there-
was probably going towards him. Like, I would, like, you go save your baby. Like,
Well, yeah, you hear the noise and you're like, what the hell's that? And you go over there and then you're like, oh shit, I gotta go.
right.
It was more of maybe she felt like she was betraying the family and
Yes.
doing what she had to
That's
do.
a good way to put it. Right.
Yeah. Is she still with Miss Libby? Do you know? Or
It's my understanding that she's not, but
Okay.
I think she left on her own accord.
yeah,
So
that's understandable.
yes,
So I was thinking about the bomb threat that had to come on the hottest day of the trial so far.
I believe it was.
It was 2 hours. I was out running around on the phone. And did you see the video of when Jim Griffin whispered to Alec?
Oh
It was
my
a
God.
bomb threat. Did you ever see the video of that little smirk on his face?
I did not.
Oh, I'll have to show it to you.
Oh, they're
at
gonna
dinner.
blame him
It
for
was
that.
Also, the time.
My God.
Didn't it come from like a jail or prison, like somewhere else?
Yeah, I think so. It's like,
I think it was a prison in a whole other state.
when
Yes,
the book was
I mean,
passed
how
up by
stupid
his
it is.
sister, by Alec's sister.
Oh, yeah.
All of that happened on the same day.
Was that
Yes.
interesting?
Yes.
Did any of the prospective jurors know the Murdaughs? Did you ever run into that problem with the prospective jurors? This was such a quick jury selection, by the way, 2
Oh,
days.
it was. And it was something that Judge Newman predicted.
Really?
He knew that it was going to go smooth.
Shocker.
Becky is a hoe name.
She does, Baker. She reads all the minds. It's in her book.
knows. She's got that women's, what did she say?
Hey.
Stupid to me.
Hello.
It wasn't even like women's intuition. It was just like women's.
Her uterus told her.
Yeah.
Her uterus told her.
Her uterus. Ew.
Her
I don't know
uterus
how. I
told
guess just
her.
his wisdom
Yeah.
and just his doing it for so many years.
Mm.
I kind of thought myself and some of my staff, it would take at least a week.
That's what
You
what
know,
we were kind of planning on.
There was
a
no
week.
way it was going to be done
Yeah.
in 2 days.
Yeah, it's almost like the jury was. Everyone knows somebody in this town.
It's almost
How-
like that.
It was bad enough in Rittenhouse when they picked a jury in one day. But this is even worse because everybody knows somebody. You cannot pick a jury in 2 days.
It should have never been tried there.
No.
Yeah. If you have to stop opening statements to take someone's grandfather's picture off of the wall of the courtroom,
Yeah, that's a bit of a
shouldn't
problem.
be in that courtroom.
Yeah,
No.
like a newsflash. Yeah, we have a problem.
Like
It's like you
Slight.
thought. And
Conflict
all
of
the little-
interest.
No, like her little gossipy. They're like sitting at a table gossiping, and to
Yeah.
me, it's so grimy because she's a
Yeah.
court
Yeah.
official.
I mean, she's
Right.
got
Okay.
all kinds of box wine in the cup there.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, also beforehand, when I said I was going to yeet the video, I didn't mean because of anything racist. I meant
Oh,
because you
okay.
guys were complaining about how this video was taking too long. I mean, this video, the biddies.
Oh, yeah.
Because
Oh no. we
yeah,
were
you,
just-
Oh no, us,
Yeah.
not the biddies.
oh,
we
no,
kept
no.
pausing.
I think
Yeah.
we
Couldn't care
listened
less
to
about that.
maybe a minute worth of it while you were gone.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we were
yeah,
just
I
talking
know,
a
I know.
lot.
I thought you guys were getting bored with this video. I was like, I was gonna
Oh, no,
delete
no.
this one and
No.
go into the next one.
Well, Farrell had just got on, and I wanted to hear her thoughts. So
Yeah.
Oh right, yeah. I know. I didn't think you guys said anything bad.
Okay.
Did you?
No.
Do you
Well-
think anything's been said that's eatable?
No.
salad,
No,
just
but-
eat grandpa
yeah.
salad, fine, you know.
Yeah. Look, I don't know. I don't honestly, I'm Australian, right? We say
Yeah.
so much bad stuff here.
Yeah.
So, I don't know what
Yeah,
like,
it's weird in America.
it could
but-
get. I know. I think Americans are a lot more sensitive. A lot.
Wait, are
more
you serious,
sensitive.
Valhalla?
Oh, seriously?
What? What the hell? Sorry,
How
I'm-
could
I'm-
anybody trust him? He's always saying that.
I don't,
to preserve
I
the
don't,
message.
I don't really trust anybody with news anymore.
Isn't it sad?
That would be funny if true. I really hope it is.
Yeah.
Here it was. Amazing.
I'm Australian,
it
yeah,
was amazing.
jackpot,
And Judge Newman,
amazingly.
I just want to hug his neck. You know, right after verdict and sentencing, March
Interesting.
Madness was here in Greenville.
Yes.
So he came up to support the Gamecocks.
Oh, yes.
I had more
That's his
friends.
passion.
Oh, I can tell.
Mhm.
But I have more friends on my Facebook
Sure.
feed with selfies with Judge Newman.
Hey,
And I thought,
Liam.
what's it like going? Because, you know, you're doing your job every day and then this case comes through your courtroom. Oh, now you guys are true crime celebrities. Everybody knows in the
Ugh.
true crime world knows you, Judge
Thanks,
Newman,
Half
Creighton
Irish. I
Water,
wouldn't have
Why
clue.
though?
Alan Wilson.
Why
Do you get
Yes.
recognized when you go places?
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
Is it weird?
It is.
It is weird, isn't it?
Yes.
You know, I think the thing too, though, is the book.
Holy crap.
You.
Val was
It's
right.
true. Yep. 1.7 million shares of Anheuser-Busch. $95 million.
Oh, sweetie. Sweetie. Any chance that people are going to start buying Bud Light again is gone.
Oh dear. Oh, well.
That may not have been the best use for your money, but at least
Well-
he's not doing any more vaccine research for Africa because all his polio vaccines ended up giving them polio, but that's another strain.
Book is such an amazing way for people that were so passionate about the trial to get that
Thank
little bit extra.
No, for God's sake,
that you
stop
didn't know
it.
about.
I do
Like,
too.
Yeah.
Behind
really?
the Doors of Justice.
Stop simping
the
on this
title
woman.
just was easy to come to me. And then just the things that happened behind the Doors of Justice, that trial of the century.
Yeah.
This was worldwide.
Homage.
This was bigger than OJ. This was bigger than Susan Smith that happened in the 90s. It was bigger than Slager.
Mhm.
It was huge.
It was huge. And you never would have thought
No.
you'd be sitting in there front row for that.
Not at all. I remember I was talking to you and some of the other media, and y'all told me that, all right, Becky, be prepared. This is going to be from people coming from all over the world. And I was like, really?
Yeah, I remember
Oh,
you were like, no,
really?
No. And
No
people would be camping out on
way.
your front lawn. There's going to be lines early morning. And I thought, gosh, well, okay. Well, we need to have a plan. We need to be ready for this.
Because
Yeah.
an OJ.
Oh, I knew it was coming. And then when
Yes.
word on the street
Look,
kind of
OJ, Rittenhouse, and Johnny Depp trial are probably the three biggest ones. This is not bigger than OJ.
People didn't know about it like over here. People didn't know about this, and they knew about Rittenhouse. They knew
Yeah.
about OJ.
And Johnny Depp.
Of course, they knew about Johnny Depp. No one knew about this.
Yeah.
Just so I'll give you that perspective.
Casey
Right.
Anthony.
This
No,
was
not really.
big in the crime community. Like
Yeah.
people like
Yeah.
us that like to watch, but
Of course.
people that aren't into this kind of thing really don't know anything about Murdaugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Correct.
No one-
Correct.
I don't know why people care. I mean, honestly.
Honestly, it even took me a little while to care about
Yeah.
this. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Jodi
was-
Arias, did you know of her?
I was
Me,
Yeah.
I wouldn't have known about her if I wasn't into this stuff at all.
Okay.
Yeah.
No way.
Interesting. I mean,
No.
we all knew about it in Arizona, but like it was I don't know about how big it was outside Arizona.
There are very few things that, I mean, like we obviously know about Dharma, we know about like Betty Broderick,
Roger?
Yeah, they're, huh?
Which one?
Betty Broderick.
That name's not familiar.
Betty Broderick,
I've heard of it.
the woman who murdered her husband and who was a lawyer, and his paralegal who he married in the
Oh.
90s, the late 90s, sorry, early 90s,
Yeah.
late
okay.
80s, sorry, early 90s, and went to trial twice, and she testified for like 4 days. It's the
Really?
best trial ever. It's like,
Really?
it's
Okay.
my favorite trial.
Was it
Yeah.
televised?
It was like one of the first ones ever to be televised. Yeah,
Interesting.
it's fantastic,
Okay,
and
yeah.
she is a nutcase, and there's movies on it as well. Absolutely nutter.
We'll have to look into that.
Oh, she's great.
Um,
She's hilarious.
Okay, so
Crazy.
like,
She burnt his clothes and stuff, and nuts.
interesting.
Anyway, yeah. So we know about things like that.
Yeah, I guess Jodi Arias was, yeah, especially in 2010, I guess 2008.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really shocking. So
What, Jamie? Stop mansplaining to Baker.
No, somebody needs to.
You
Oh my
making
God.
up cases. You don't know about Betty Broderick? Oh dear.
I heard of it a couple weeks ago. Somebody mentioned it, but
There was
I mean, I was 8 at the time.
a
or-
Netflix fiction, fictionalized, what do you call it, like drama about it recently.
I like how the is that over here?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, so I love how you guys know about cases none of us have ever heard about.
I know.
But you don't
about Betty
know-
Broderick.
But some of the big ones, you're like, huh?
Betty
Where
Broderick
was
is
it?
one of like the
Oh, New
biggest
York.
trials ever in US. Like it
Really?
was huge.
Really?
Like it was, yes. Okay. Wow.
That is weird.
All right.
Never.
Okay,
even
what
heard of
other
it.
trials then do you know
Besides from you?
about? Like historic trials? George Zimmerman?
I've heard of it, but I haven't watched it.
Really?
Yeah. Okay. Because like A Woman Scorned, you never heard of A Woman Scorned?
Yeah.
Like the trial that was called A Woman Scorned. That was Betty Broderick. Okay, we'll move on. Like I will actually, if that's the case, I'm going to start talking Betty Broderick. It's going to be a thing.
Clearly, you
'Cause
know a lot about it, so let's go.
I've watched the whole thing, and I've watched all the movies and the
Yeah.
documentaries and everything.
Yeah, George
So-
Zimmerman was huge.
Okay.
I agree, Valhalla.
But yeah.
Meredith Baxter, yeah, Meredith Baxter did. Hang on, I'll put this one up. My mouse is not working for some reason. Yeah, Meredith Baxter played Betty Broderick in the movie called A Woman Scorned, which was made about the case. And it wasn't a movie; it was a 3-part miniseries type thing that was on Lifetime. I think
Of course.
that was called Lifetime.
Oh, well, then it was
Yeah.
accurate.
It was, yeah. Well, actually, I knew about the case, and I'd watched all the trial and everything like that. So it was not 100% accurate, but yeah, she was good in it. Anyway, we'll stop talking about this and we'll come back to the
Yeah.
thing because
Started going around that he was going to testify. That line
Yes.
wrapped around the
Testify.
building
Oh, yes.
because that was what everybody wanted to see. You know, what's he going to do?
What have you heard about Kohlberger?
Oh my God.
Choco, it'll be the trial of the century.
I mean, have you heard of it there?
Well, I have, but
Well,
no one else
obviously
has.
you have. Okay.
No, no one else has. No,
Interesting. Okay. I'm just curious.
I talk about that, and people look at me like you
Okay.
nuts.
No, I'm just curious, like what outside of the U.S., what people.
No, people haven't heard about that
I mean,
yet.
outside of.
And
China.
if they
Um,
will, I doubt they'll find out about that.
Gonna admit.
Exactly.
Will he say something?
He didn't admit nothing.
He didn't. Not
he
at all.
wasted 2 days.
He did.
I think for the most part, the media and the
Who?
spectators
Or
were
Bradley?
respectful of the process, but
They
we
were.
did have a couple
Somewhere.
of days where people were sort of treating it like a live reality show.
Mhm.
People were audible whenever there was an objection by the defense. And
We
it
do
was
know about Madeleine
overruled.
McCain.
It was kind of like, yes. And he had to address that.
Judge
But
Newman did a very fine job with that.
he was
Very
ama-
classy.
was there any issue?
Oh, we
that
know
sticks
about John
out to you
Benet
as far
Ramsey
as something a
as
member
well.
of the press or a spectator did? I remember one lady coming in really, really tight leather pants, and she kept looking at me.
Yeah, I mean, when I first wanted to cover it, I really didn't know if I could, because for whatever reason, like I've seen brutal trials and I can
It's
just kind of
harsh.
distance myself. But this one was like, it really affected me.
Yeah.
And
I
the
gotta-
only
I
reason,
gotta agree.
yeah, the only reason I could
don't
process,
understand that, but that's okay. Like
yeah,
that one's highly less than what we've been watching. Like,
yeah,
I don't know.
yeah, I
There
just,
are parts
you
of
know,
it that are really hard to watch.
yeah,
Like we watched like kitty murder trials, and I was more offended.
really? Oh yeah, then the kid ones, you mean?
Yeah,
Or-
this idiot.
yeah, it's like a 77-year-old great grandmother.
The way he talks about like the penetration and stuff like that,
Well, his questioning is just, oh my god, he's like,
Evil.
it's
Like,
hard to
no,
listen to.
it's just like it's
sometimes.
comical. It's comical to me. I must have that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Exhibit 100 because it's 100% correct. And the tallest of tales.
The tallest of tales. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, maybe like
Murdaugh. And I'm like,
have we potentially heard enough of her talking to this woman?
That's just gossip.
And yeah, and can
Yes.
we move on now and
Okay.
look at the statement that was from yesterday?
Sure.
The statement or the co-author?
Yeah, the co-author.
Oh, that was from today. Well, maybe
Or
or yesterday.
Today, okay, yesterday. It was yesterday for me.
I honestly
Yeah.
don't know if he will, Mads.
Foxy
hold on.
Noxy. Oh, we know about that. We know about Foxy Noxy Baker.
I don't think he will. I mean, the judge is not going to be friendly. The judge. Oh, no. That was for the a different crime. He's got like 2
different
or
crime,
3
yeah.
cases.
Okay.
He hasn't been sentenced yet for
Yeah,
this
okay.
trial. It was delayed.
Yeah.
No,
True,
he's
well,
facing
10
like
years
60,
is probably enough.
minimum 60. And
No. Yeah.
this judge is not going to be happy. And there's always that. Hey, MG.
Hey, MJ, I sent you a link.
MG.
Let me just skip forward to the interview and Vinny performing mouth hugs on him.
You got 10 years for breaking
my
the rules
God.
in prison?
Just wait. Okay, if you're gonna play any Vinny, I'm gonna be mean.
Neil Gordon is joining us tonight. Neil, great.
Oh yeah,
Vinny
Mads.
is
I
not my
don't
favorite person.
know. Yeah, Mads. He's probably going to be in prison for the rest of his life.
To see you. Thank you for being here.
Hi, Vinny.
Okay.
Are you pausing it already?
That face. He looks like he's about to give him a mouth hug.
Before we get into some real details here, your reaction to what happened today. I called it like an earthquake centered down there in the low country, shaking all of us who followed this case.
They just saw a black person for the first time in South Carolina.
Stop it.
What's your reaction to what you heard from the defense today?
I was shocked. I worked with Becky for 6 months as both a friend and a colleague on the.
You think you
6
know
months.
somebody after 6 months?
Yeah.
She'd never do this.
No.
You know, I knew my ex-wife for 3 years. I never thought she'd cheat on me, but she did. But Becky, I trusted Becky 100%.
Who hurt you, Sal?
And
Right.
a girl named Becky, apparently. and my wife's boyfriend is with her right now while I do this interview.
The book, and we've had many discussions
Yeah,
when
okay,
in
so-
writing the book about any
That's
kinds
okay,
of
MG.
conversations that she would have had with anybody associated.
I
As
know.
Harpoolian mentioned, I mean, she has
Twitter has been really bad. I don't know about you, but Twitter's
Yeah.
been really bad about the message notification recently.
I know. MG, I would rather use Discord if you would prefer that too. So if you want to send me a message on there from now on,
Ooh.
I'll message
Slip
you.
into her
there.
DMs.
Yeah, slip into my DMs there, please. Same with you, Baker. Can we
Ooh.
all just use Discord? Please?
It is easier.
At least it gives you message notifications. Twitter's garbage. Thank you.
Wait,
And
really?
we're always in Discord, so you won't miss it.
Yeah, we're always there. Yeah.
many different
Black-
tabs.
I mean,
SC
I never
26,
knew
Nessa
that.
42. Sal, protest too much. What is Sal hiding?
We got, we
Okay.
got more than 4.2%.
Really?
I think
I don't
so.
know.
I saw one today.
How many black people you see?
Sal
You've got a
counts
black
them.
friend, so you're fine.
Yeah, I saw Luna today. Does that count? Love you, Luna.
She's got to work with the judge, the media, the public, dealing with the food, dealing with defense attorneys, and
Vinny's below this right here.
Lefty, you're just jealous because you're not in my DMs.
so forth. And very little with the jury. I mean, there is a chief bailiff that keeps their eyes on the jury at all times, and there's very little contact.
So, in preparing this book, were there any conversations?
What?
Valhalla.
Oh,
His K card?
Yeah.
What
Three
is
of them.
that? Oh.
God.
Oh, Val. Oh,
God.
dear.
That you had with Becky about conversations she had with jurors during the course of the trial, including the foreperson who the defense is saying there were private conversations, allegations that they're on the Moselle property and they walked off together. They may have had a conversation in the jury room bathroom.
Agree. This way
Wasn't
up.
the
Well, Vinny, all
didn't they have to tape the jury view?
They did,
I think
but it was
they
kind of
did
from a
it, like,
distance.
Because isn't it evidence? So
I think it was just at the entrance, but I don't think they went down
oh,
there.
I thought like they would have taped the whole thing.
I think they took pictures without them there, like video and stuff.
Well, I know,
like
but
that.
I mean, I thought that they taped them while they were down there and then put it under seal in evidence.
I don't think somebody said that they don't think so. So
Well, they should have.
I know, because I was looking, because I was wondering if that is something they can look at. Because I mean, those are allegations that they made that people were walking off together. So that's
We
Because
should be able to
exactly.
see that. Mhm.
Because I know
Well, I
that
know
they
in that
taped
we-
the whole thing when they went and looked at the car in Brooks's, and then she just put that tape under seal and then put out a tape with nobody else in the room so everybody could see what the jury saw.
I see.
Yeah. So I don't know.
I was wondering, was she giving a mouth hug?
Oh, for God's sake, Sal, can you stop saying mouth hug?
What, you want proper English?
Gross.
Fine. Would you like me to use the proper term?
Fine.
we put in the book, you
Fine.
mentioned Moselle. There was an order from the judge for there to be silence. There was no conversation to be had. So I asked her and said no conversation was had.
I did see.
Where do
this
babies come from?
But all this guy is saying, by the way, is he's just telling everybody what she told him. He has no his firsthand recollection of any of this. He wasn't
No.
there. So anyways, I'm angry. She said.
This is all bullshit.
Like,
It's such
okay,
hearsay.
We talked about a couple of different things. If you meet Becky, you know that she's a very spiritual person, and she mentioned that the jury was very prayerful.
God told me
it
to
was
do this.
mentioned to her that they prayed often. Becky prayed often with her staff and all. And I asked her directly, I said, did you ever pray with the jury? And she said, oh, no. No legal entity is allowed to have
technically, I don't think you're allowed to like pray with other court staff. I
No,
mean, you're kind of
I thought I saw lawyer, say that that's okay. The praying part's okay.
okay.
I-
All right.
but
This dude is the co-author of Becky's book.
Yeah, he's raking it in
Prayer.
right now.
Yeah.
He's just over here.
Ka-ching.
Going, she told me this, and she said they don't do this, and okay, well, why are you really being interviewed? Like you
Yeah.
have no idea what's going on.
No
Yeah,
kidding.
but
With
I
the
think the
jury,
praying part
so-
itself is fine. Like the praying, big deal.
But why are they mingling with jurors? They were praying with the jury.
Yeah.
Why are you
Well-
mingling? They shouldn't be mingling with them.
But-
They should be doing business things with them. You do whatever you got to do for their lunches. You got to, tell them
Yeah.
what the judge needs you to tell them. They shouldn't be mingling. That's weird.
Well, I think, okay, so on that point, from what I can tell, and based on what I've been hearing in the live streams with lawyers and things like that, and I probably shouldn't mention any names because I just am this is just me speculating based on what they've said. Because they're with them a lot, they can say things that are completely unrelated to the trial. So how's your weekend? What happened with that sporting team? And if there's something to do with like God bless you, and maybe they could pray. I don't know, right? But if it's not material to the trial,
Yeah.
then that's fine. And if the judge were to know about it and then decide that that was not material to the trial, then that's not of any concern, right?
But you could be doing this and praying and be talking about the trial. Nobody's going to know but the two of you. I just don't think that it's right.
Well, no one would. I don't think it's right either, but no one would know. You're correct. But now we have jury members signing affidavits saying that
Right.
there was conversation about things pertaining to the
Right.
trial that did affect the verdict, and it was above and beyond just normal chit chat that was unrelated to the trial, and that's the issue. So to say that it was just praying or it was just talking about things that were everyday matters that's not right. Now we have something that's on record.
Right.
Yeah. So I don't think you can say that a person in this position can just not talk to them at all, other than just give them bits and pieces of here's some documents, here's your food, here's where you're staying, and never have any banter with them. They would have just day-to-day banter. But if they
you don't need to go off in the corner to have day-to-day banter.
Exactly right. You do not need to go off in a corner to have day-to-day banter. And if there's any talk about things that go beyond that line, then the jury member has a duty really to go and talk to the judge about that. And now that this has been come out, and there's more than one of them even, it's not okay. This is just not okay.
It's not like the lady that get kicked off the jury and she's all pissed and she came back and she's like, listen, I got some gossip, guys.
Yeah.
It's like other people that were there.
What's with that? Can you tell me about that?
What?
The lady who got kicked, the one you just said, the one with the gossip.
Oh, the egg lady?
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you bring me up to speed on that? Because I was just can you tell me about the egg lady?
They first went after her by saying her ex-husband had posted something in a Facebook group, but it wasn't him.
Right.
It wasn't even him. It was some guy with the same legal name as him, but he doesn't even go by Timothy. He probably goes by Tim or whatever. But so it wasn't even him.
Well, and
when that didn't work, then they said there was other people that were saying that she talked to them about the case and stuff, and she denied it, and he booted her anyway.
Yeah, like the whole thing with that too was what we come to find out is that like she has a restraining order against her ex-husband and hadn't like, seen him, or what'd she say? You haven't talked or seen him in 10 years?
Yeah. Well, and
So-
even Becky told her that I went out to your ex-husband's house and he told me that you did this, or that he did that, made the post, whatever. Not true. He gave a statement saying none of that's true. I didn't talk to her. I didn't post nothing. Nothing. Like,
Right.
and they had really bad relationships. So,
Okay. So that lady who got kicked, there was no reason for her to be kicked. Are you saying?
Well, that's what they were saying. They were saying that.
I mean, that's what it
their
looks like.
Facebook post, her talking about it outside of the court, and
Right.
something about a Domino's person, somebody from Domino's Pizza or something, right? Something like that. And she got drunk, or I don't know. It was a whole thing.
They'll all end up testifying at an evidentiary hearing, so we will see if the claims in the affidavit stay consistent. Yes, we will, won't we? We will. Hey,
And that's the thing.
Bruce.
Like, there's so many people like Brandy and all of her minions that are like, oh, nothing. Well, this could be something. Let's do the hearing and find out. And if it's nothing, well, then it was nothing. But if it is, I don't care if it's Alex Murdaugh or whoever else you don't like. That's not right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So shall we play the video?
Yes.
Oh, I thought
You know, it was very clear to me that there was a line there.
Okay, now it's unusual. I've been doing here at Court TV for a long time. I don't know if I've ever seen a book written by the clerk of the court after one of these big trials. I've seen them written by the attorneys on both sides, and sometimes they got in a little trouble for that. I've seen plenty of them written by jurors in states that permit it after a certain amount of time. What was the motivation that Becky had to get together with you to write this book? And was this the master plan before the trial started? Was it plotted that this was going to be the big retirement nest egg?
Oh, I don't know about that. I didn't actually meet Becky until 3 weeks after the trial.
Till after?
My wife, 3 weeks after the trial, my wife, like millions of people, were just glued to Court TV, and they had trouble working.
Court TV.
She decided to go with a colleague, Addie Strozier, to Walterboro to actually watch the trial. She had a chance meeting with Becky the day that the vans were leaving to go to Moselle. In fact, I remember what was said was that there was Becky was actually making sure that people did not get pictures of the jury. That's how intent she was on that. And so Melissa mentioned to Becky, took a selfie and then reached her out, 3 weeks later.
Reach around.
And said, hey, do you mind if I use this in a coffee table book? And Becky said, this has been the trial of the century. And I'm thinking about it. I just don't know how to go about it. And so they brought me in as a colleague. I mean, my background has been in journalism for 30 years. I instantly liked her.
I'm so
and as you
mad
held
right
up
now.
the book, Behind the Doors of Justice, you're right. No clerk of court has ever really written a book to just explain.
No, they haven't. I wonder
just
why.
minute by minute how intense
It's
a
completely
trial situation
unprofessional.
is, and how reverent you have to be to the truth and to law.
Yeah, it's
And
not.
I got to tell you, you asked my reaction. I was pretty upset at what Harpoolian said was the motivation that Becky had. Last time I checked, Simon & Schuster did not send us a check for $200,000. The Gordons and the Hills put up $30,000
There's like
of our own money
soggy
because
sayo
we
in the middle
felt
between them.
this was an interesting story to tell.
Soggy
So
biscuit,
right away,
sorry.
Vinny, for that to be motivation for her to get a book deal is completely false. Right there.
So what you just explained to me is that you're in the negative on this.
We self-published.
You self-published.
We self-published.
So that means you,
Okay,
you
this
didn't
is
get
interesting.
the big advance, none of that.
Oh, sorry.
So what?
No.
Okay.
Big deal. Could you please pause this? Okay, I find this to be the most ridiculous argument right?
I don't
So-
care what her motivation was.
Yeah.
I-
And the book
okay.
doesn't mean shit to me.
She thought he
You
was
didn't-
guilty and she wanted to make sure of it, is what it probably was. Who cares about the book money?
Look at the way Vinny is trying to spin this, right? Look at the
Mhm.
way he's sitting there go, oh, so you didn't get a big advance on this. It's not like you were, Amazon came along and gave you like a big book deal on this. You self-funded it. So he is coming from the point of view of like, oh, okay, so she wasn't motivated by money, right? So he's trying to like pander to their audience who thinks that she's the good guy in the situation.
Yeah.
Totally.
But even if she wasn't motivated by money, you don't have to prove motive on anything, but who cares what
No.
motivation was? If she did the
Regardless.
things that the jurors and other people have said that she did,
Yeah.
That's
now,
all.
who writes an Amazon book without being motivated by money? You tell me, right? And also, who puts $30,000 into a complete stranger's book without thinking they're going to get money back?
right?
Right? This is ridiculous. What a stupid argument. What a
Only Bill
stupid
Gates.
argument. This is ridiculous. What garbage, right? I was so mad when I saw Vinny saying this, right? I don't like him anyway. But everything he says makes me mad, right? But this was, right? Come on now. You do not need a big book deal. A big book deal only comes when, like, you are already an author who sells, right? So this man comes along and puts $30,000 towards something he knows is going to make bank. He knows this is going to make bank, right? And he was right. It's making bank. It's making a lot of bank.
Well, think about it.
And
Look at all these documentaries that came out and stuff. She was just trying to like piggyback on all that stuff, and then she's
Yeah.
probably a
100%.
local celebrity and like, oh, look at me, I'm gonna
100%.
But
And-
I ultimately think there was some shady stuff going on where she was gonna make him guilty, and that was it.
Yeah.
Oh, she did that, and then she's gone and made bank on it. And this guy thought, here we go. Here's my golden goose. My golden goose who's going to be my retirement as well. So this is a ridiculous argument. And also, I can't stand the way Court TV and Vinny are like pandering to their prosecution happy audience.
Yeah.
That's it.
true,
Point taken.
Mass.
Yeah.
Did you
Hang
pull
on.
up Mass's
Yeah.
there? That's true. She probably has too.
Oh, rather she was motivated by money. Otherwise, there's no reason to believe she has not put her hands on the scales of justice for all the time she's been there. Yeah, sure. But she could be both. It could be both, Mads. Like she could have been affecting juries for a long time. She could be prosecution happy, and she could also have been hungry for money. Both things.
I think in that area specifically, the Alex Murdaugh thing was huge. So I think it was, I don't know. Maybe she's never done stuff like that before, but this one was like if it was a different breed, I don't know. I mean, in that area, because obviously it wasn't worldwide, wasn't huge, but down south it was.
Yeah.
Anyways. And there's nothing wrong with self-publishing. I think there's that whole chat just come up. I said this way up says a lot of people do self-publish now. Yeah, that's true. A lot of people. There's nothing wrong with self-publishing. That's fine. It's just you don't do it with. Generally, people don't do it without some motivation to make some money back. You know, so to say that, like for Vinny to be like, oh, but they didn't get a bigger. She didn't get a big advance. Like it's not like someone offered her a big check to do it.
I know.
Yeah, but she was
I get
hoping
what
to
you're
get money back.
For sure.
Okay.
We advanced a check for $30,000. You know, you got attorney fees, you got to get set up on Amazon, you
Oh,
got to
poor
print
you.
so many copies, liability insurance, editors, you name it. But we felt it was a story that should be told. I mean, in my lifetime, I'm 59 years old. I don't know that there will
59
ever
years
be
young.
another trial like this. And it was my honor and pleasure to work with somebody with such integrity and character as someone like
I'm
Becky
trying
Hill.
to-
Did you interact with her? I know that you were there.
I was there. I did not. Some of our staff had the opportunity to do that. And you said another trial like this in our lifetime. Well, we're hoping there's not going to be another one like this, because that's what the defense wants, is an exact repeat of the trial. Obviously, they want a different ending to the whole thing.
They want a happy
I don't want a
ending.
repeat of that trial.
After all this has become public.
We want a murder trial this time.
Very briefly, as you might imagine, she's had calls off the hook from media outlets. And as much as she'd like to make a statement, these allegations are so deep that she has hired counsel and they're going over them. But I am told they are going to put out a statement in the near future. And one thing I know about Becky Hill, she will answer each and every one of these allegations truthfully. She's one of the most genuine people I know, and it made me sick seeing this played out on national TV, and I just felt like I needed to speak out.
And again, I've prefaced everything today saying, if this is true, because
thank you,
because that's a big part of it, right? And the fact,
she's been doing this
for years, right? So I mean, she understands the rules and the role and everything else. So that's why I was so shocked by these allegations. Now, there were some strange things that happened during the course of this trial, including this whole Facebook controversy with juror, I think it was 758, who ended up getting kicked off. Was there any of that sort of drama? Because I have not read the book yet. I'll be honest with you. Okay,
Exhibit 100,
I've not
true
read this
story.
book yet. Now everyone has to read it, right? To figure out what the defense is
Vinny,
talking about.
I'm gonna send you an autographed copy.
Oh, thank you. But
yeah.
is there
Can't
anything in
afford
here
one.
about the juror who got bounced from the trial because of whatever was
Show the
going
book.
on with the Facebook
Show
post, with
the
the
book.
ex-husband, etc.?
Tell me this
Yes,
is not your ticket to
there
fame
is,
right
and
here.
What it all led to,
Yeah.
and this I think
I'll
is
sign
really the
one
most
for you,
important part
Vinny.
of it in our book, is it led to Judge Newman, very unusual, calling the jury back in chambers and interviewing her, calling the juror rather, and interviewing her about the situation. And what he said, and he addressed this to the public and to the gallery, he said he felt that she was discussing
100% Murph.
the merits of the case, whatever way you wanted to go with it, with the outside public. And so the judge did decide to disqualify her and send her home.
And was she discussing it with Becky? Is that who she was speaking with?
Oh, no, not at all. Not at all. Apparently, and again, I'm not crystal clear on this, but
This is not sworn testimony tonight, Neil. You're not under oath, so just your best recollection.
Thank you.
We'll work tonight.
No.
Thank you. Yeah, Vinny, there were apparently
Becky told him.
some Facebook posts that were out there allegedly by somebody who knew her and talked about her talking about the case in the community. That was enough for the judge to call the person in. And then after interviewing that juror, he decided that she should not be on the jury anymore. So the end result is the judge made the decision. And we didn't really cover much of, because Becky really didn't have any involvement in it that we discussed.
Oh, okay.
So
Really?
as we sit here tonight and you think about doing this project with Becky, you guys funded it yourselves. Are there any regrets? Anything like, oh, maybe we shouldn't have done this, or oh, we put stuff in here that could be problematic and could perhaps compromise the trial or compromise Becky?
Well, that's a fair question, Vinny. And obviously, when we sat down, we decided that we wanted to share as much as we could.
You didn't need to, Jack.
And I should tell you, this was run through a media attorney. This was run through the Ethics Commission in the state of South Carolina about even a clerk of court being allowed to write a book, an elected official. And they said as long as, sealed documents aren't shared and as long as confidential information is not shared, it's okay. And so we went on that premise before we even started. And we carefully vetted this through media attorneys and editors. And we feel very good about it because it's not so much about the trial. You were there, you saw, and you can see the gallery, small town courthouse. It's like Mayberry, town square. The media is all out in front. People have an opportunity to come in and see this, almost an opportunity of a lifetime. People came from New York and other parts of the country just to see this. And it was wonderful to be able to share how when people work together for the common good, to do the right thing, this can come off as,
his wife met her during the trial.
I think, a well thought of trial and how it was run. And that was really her job, was to run the courtroom. That's she's like the operations manager of the courtroom. And from what I could tell, seemed to me she did a very good job, and I'm proud to call her a friend, and I'm proud to co-author the book with her, and I'd write another one with her.
Well, I've got the title for the next one. Behind.
Wait, what am I missing?
Greedy's
cat.
Oh,
Cat.
God.
No.
Did you know that judge is one of them black people? I always wondered what they look like.
Oh my God.
Heaven almighty. I
Heaven
couldn't. What incarnations? I'd heard about them in that National Geographic. I've
Oh
never
my
seen
God.
one.
Oh no,
real.
that's enough.
I'm gonna have an hour-long stream of just Sal racist clips.
Sal.
Behind the
I'm
doors
sorry,
of justice,
I'm sorry.
and you follow how
After
all of
2
this
hours.
sort of works its way through the whole system. Unbelievable. Neil Gordon, appreciate you coming on tonight.
Sorry.
I always want both sides of every story, especially when one side is really loud with
You
theirs.
watch too much Mo.
I hope you'll come back as things develop.
I know.
I'd be honored
Rainbow.
to. And Vinny, thank you for being balanced on
You're
this
gonna
and
drop
an
a C word on
opportunity
us
to
next?
come on and share. And I hope you have a great rest of the program.
Balanced on this?
What?
He just said Vinny was being balanced on this.
No, he wasn't.
Vinny
All right,
has
thanks so
been
much.
simping
Neil
all
Gordon
over
joining
him.
us tonight. All right, don't go
Good
anywhere.
mouth
Up next,
Okay.
will Alec Murdaugh get a second?
Anyways.
Comments in section. Comment section. The court TV comment section.
Oh, well, I'm looking at.
Jesus.
Oh.
No, but seriously though, like this guy the whole time. Well, Becky told me, and she said this. So, what's the point of you? What is the point?
She didn't tell me she was tampering with the jury, so
Why
that's
would
not
she?
happened.
That was basically an infomercial for the book.
Yeah. Let's see. Hold on one second. I need to get hydrated.
Yeah. Drink your bleach. Off you
Yeah,
go.
get
Drink your bleach.
hydrated after that.
Yeah.
Drink your bleach.
I haven't
Get
said
the
one
suitcase.
R.
Okay,
Or-
zoom it up a bit more, please. Zoom it up a bit
Okay.
more, please.
Oh, more?
Yeah.
Yes, please.
You want it
It's
harder?
little.
Yeah.
want it
Want
more,
it
more.
bigger. Make it bigger.
Yeah, baby. Let's go.
There you go.
Oh yes, that's it. That's what we wanted.
Oh.
No, not that.
Too big, too big, too big.
Not that.
It's never too big.
Oh, good guess.
What was that voice?
That perked.
God damn it. Okay. Can you see it now?
Yes, please. That's perfect. Yeah,
Okay. Well, now where'd it go?
that's true. I'm bronze, unfortunately.
Enough.
Sal loves it when I order him around. Okay, let's go.
Not announcing me thinks that a retrial will result in a different outcome, period. These guys are just reaching for excuses,
They're
period.
reaching
They
around.
are all corrupt. I
Richard,
can't believe someone would be so stupid and unprofessional to
Will you
interject
do
during
it
a
in
jury
Southern
trial.
accent, please?
oh, Southern accent. We don't know
No,
if these
I mean-
people are Southern.
Not an ounce of me thinks that a retrial would result in a different outcome, heavens be. These guys are just reaching for excuses. They are all corrupt. I can't believe, heavens to Betsy, somebody would be so stupid and
Heavens to Betsy.
unprofessional to interject during a jury trial, especially of this magnitude. Oh, gives me the vapors.
Can we see the replies?
There may be something in it.
These guys are just reaching for
Reaching for
excuses.
excuses. Just a
Can we-
big old reach around.
Reach around. Can we see if anyone says anything different?
You may be wrong.
I don't think it matters if she said it or not in the grand scheme of things. Okay, well, there's someone with a brain.
Oh, Jesus
Um,
Christ.
Yeah, keep going. Keep going. That's not the problem. What is it?
Just salad.
Seriously.
That's the problem, though. They think it's okay because they don't like Alec.
Exactly.
But if it's okay because you don't like Alec, then it's okay the next time
Exactly.
when it's somebody that you care about.
Until it's your
Yeah.
brother or your son
Yep.
or you. It wouldn't result in a different verdict, comma, but it could result in Murdaugh serving the sentence in federal prison instead of state prison. What? Well, he's already
Yeah.
convicted of federal charges, so he can go.
No.
No, he or not convicted, but he
He's
plea
pleading
deal.
guilty to the financial stuff.
Yeah.
That won't necessarily move him, I believe.
Usually.
Don't know.
Well, yeah, I don't.
There is some talk about that. Whether
Exactly.
or not because
Browns.
because he's got already 2 life sentences in a state prison. The question is whether or not he would be moved to a federal prison for the financial crimes. And the question and the what people are saying is that no, he would probably stay in state prison, which is clearly not the.
Does
not
MG
the
know
best
how that
thing.
works?
I don't know.
FMG laws.
He said he wished he could join. He can't at the moment for some reason. Why MG? Come on now.
He's got a good old Southern accent.
Yeah, I
Good old
know.
boy.
Because he starts to talk really ladylike when he does the Southern accent.
Well, I can't do like a male Southern. I can only do like a woman.
You can't do
Okay,
that
that's
either.
fine. Well, that's no problem with that.
Or I sound like Colonel Sanders.
Okay, keep going. Scroll.
Scrolls.
He doesn't have time.
Scroll.
Yes.
Cell phone did it. Right out the steal and lying to his law firm's partners. I think the drug thing was just thrown in there for sympathy. Try to, keep
Yeah,
the
all the sympathy
lying,
you got for that.
stealing, and
Exactly.
drug thing from the jury,
So much.
but they threw it in there for sympathy. God damn it. Exactly, exclamation mark.
I just love this. I love when he's just reading comments in his own little world.
It's great. Dare we go on Twitter?
What if he gets double jeopardy? Yikes. Heaven to Betsy.
Heaven to Betsy.
Tell me you don't know what
Heaven to
double jeopardy
Betsy.
means without telling me.
I don't actually. Can someone explain double jeopardy to me?
Can you please? You
But,
can't explain it to her because that's.
I don't really understand. Oh, what are you writing?
Okay,
What are you
like
writing?
Casey Anthony, you know about the Casey Anthony case, right? Now
Yes.
they charged her with unaliving her daughter, and the jury found her not guilty. They can't charge her again with that crime. It's over. She's been found not guilty.
Yes, of
But-
course. All right. So
But if
I
she
get
would have
that.
been found guilty
Mhm.
and something like this would have happened, and they can retry you if something
Yes.
gets overturned, like they just
Yes.
did with Jensen.
Yes,
That's
yes.
not
Yeah.
I get
that's
that.
not double jeopardy.
I understand.
What
Yeah.
are you doing, Sal?
If you're acquitted of a crime, you can't be.
Yeah.
tried.
When you're
respond to some of
acquitted, you
these.
can't be retried. So that's double jeopardy.
When you're not.
Gotcha.
God, these
What did you
people are
just
so
write? So
stupid.
what did you just
They
write?
get around it a lot though,
To
with
the
like
double-
federal things and stuff like that.
Yeah.
To the double jeopardy, I wrote what if he gets Wheel of Fortune? That's even worse. Hey, Baker.
Hello.
Baker.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, because I'm in the car and I'm just I'm losing my mind over this because we talked about it on the ferry. She used her position as an elected official to block her book. You can't do that.
Yeah.
100%.
Well, you
That's,
can't.
She's not the
Uh,
first one to
Right.
ever do that. Lawyers do that. Not lawyers, sorry.
No, lawyers do.
Lawyers do it.
Yeah, but they're not elected officials.
Yeah, but
Oh, DAs.
Right.
But you can-
DAs.
you can do that, but you can't go into the jury room and talk to people about how you're supposed to vote because
No.
we won't give you a break so you can smoke a cigarette. And if you're not done by 11 o'clock, we'll put you in a hotel, even though there's no hotel being ordered for the jury.
They didn't have
And they
hotel
didn't
ready
tell
for them?
them. They didn't tell
No,
them.
they didn't have anything ready for them. She just claimed that they had a hotel for them.
And they didn't even have like stuff packed. They didn't know they'd go to a hotel after. So they had no,
No, but
like their
the judge
medication.
didn't order it. The judge
Oh.
didn't sequester the jury.
Oh, they weren't sequestered.
Oh,
Okay.
I thought they were going to be sequestered and nobody told them.
No.
She just
sequester.
told
Well-
them they were going to be.
Yeah, she said, well, if you're not done by 11, you're going to a hotel. And you can't do that. And again, she has nothing. The position she has is just a glorified clerk. She has nothing to do with interrogating the witness or the juror, anything. And again, the whole, as Nicholas said yesterday when he went through it, the post was supposed to be 3 days before she claimed it was there.
yeah.
She claims she saw it at a day, and the sorry I posted something because the devil made me do it was 3 days before she said she saw the post. So this is
Yeah.
just an S show.
Right.
Yeah.
So
100%.
so yeah, it's too bad that somebody got WDW, but because he was very surprised when we told him about the facts.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, the Lego stream should be epic.
Yeah.
Well, if he can remember to go on the Lego stream, because I think we broke him.
Good.
Was he that drunk?
I mean,
Who?
I can feel my lips.
He had
Okay,
3
they-
beers.
Well, we had. I gave them some pretty big shots glass, and I don't know how much of the snaps Nicholas had with him home because, yeah, maybe don't drink with Vikings.
he had a lot of shots, and I was like, "Oof!" And then you know that shit don't hit you at once, and he's
No.
gonna,
We only had 4,
yeah, only.
but it was double.
It's David. He can't have more than
Please
a
tell
beer
me
and a
David ate
half.
something beforehand.
Well, I spent all the time my train was delayed just walking up and down the I don't know what this
Platform?
the platform just to be sure that I could probably drive my car home.
Yeah.
Are you driving right now?
Oh, I wouldn't be driving.
No.
Okay. Good.
Well, I haven't. It's 1:30 right now, and we stopped drinking. I jumped off the boat at 8:30, so
Off the boat.
I'm a big guy. I'm under the legal limit now,
Okay.
but I'm pretty sure David isn't because
No, he won't be till next
He
Monday.
gets home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, he's probably gonna need a trip across the pond before he gets. Well, it was fun. You should have been there. Everyone should have been there. It's just
Oh, we wish
stupid
we were
going
there.
from.
Well,
It was. What?
David
We
forgot our
wish we were there.
tickets.
Yeah, he didn't buy his tickets.
Yeah. He didn't pack us all up. Well, he couldn't have packed me up. I'm all the way over the other side of the world in a country that doesn't exist. But I'm just looking on Twitter right now to see what the latest trending stuff is under Murdaugh. So I looked for Becky Hill, but I got all sorts of strange things about some country singer.
A lot of
So,
them on Pornhub.
Oh yeah, on porno. Okay. Nick has been absolutely just nailing it. Like he has been arguing up a storm on Twitter over the last sort of 12 hours or so. I know. He's just been awesome.
I replied to someone saying, well, they want the feds to investigate it, and kind of funny when he has a federal case. It's totally different cases. People are so stupid. I know that it's kind of hard to be in the law business and stuff like that, because not all of us is pre-law at the Darrell Brooks Law Academy of Law and stuff.
Right.
But again, you can have two different cases going into the system. It's just so stupid to watch how people, especially all of those not law tubers but crime tubers, the one who's just going out there and saying, well, everyone's guilty.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
It's so annoying.
You know how many subscribers we'd get if we actually pretended to do that? I just can't be that. I can't be someone I'm not.
It's better than buying your subscribe. Oh, sorry.
Ah.
I didn't say anything.
Oh dear, Baker. Dear. Oh goodness me.
Well, yeah, if we were a gossipy channel, if you guys were a gossipy channel, like you guys would be 60 deep in no time.
I just tell everybody what they want to hear.
I love the ones who's writing, what does the timeline matter? Yeah, well, it kind of matters. Have you ever been in a courtroom? It's kind of like he couldn't have been there at the time. Well, what does it matter? He did it because he's a bad guy. Nope, that's not how evidence works.
Because he stole from somebody.
Yeah, and I just again, I've been doing this for, I can't remember if it's 12 or 16 years I've been doing this.
I need it.
And people are always telling me how I do my job wrong, but you have to listen to everything in a case. And
evidence.
It's kind of like it's important to hear all the evidence before you make up
It's
your
kind of
opinion.
like it's important. Yeah, it's a little bit like that.
Oh,
Yeah,
I just look at the thumbnail and go off of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just saw that. Do you know Brian Enton? Who's Brian Enton? He's a reporter. I don't know for what.
Oh,
That sounds familiar.
Yeah,
News,
I think
News Nation.
Okay, so Becky Hill has a wait, god damn, this has ads. No, there's a new update about it from a couple hours ago.
Yeah. What have you found?
Yeah, she's hired 2 high-profile lawyers.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I've got an attorney for the clerk. Oh yeah, Murdaugh attorneys accuse clerk of tampering. Yeah, okay, I got that. But there is a lawyer, attorney Joe McCulloch. He represents 2 of the jurors. Spoke to is talking to Brian.
The jurors lawyered up too, huh?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they should. I mean,
right.
Yeah.
Not like I'm not accusing them of doing anything wrong, but
yeah,
I mean, they may not have known.
If things like this were going on and they didn't say something like they were told to do.
In theory, yes, but they're idiots, most jurors.
We talked about that too, because is she seen as an entity of the court in the jury's eyes? So they believe when she's talking to them, it's the judge, because you can make that inference that well, they believe that she was talking with the authority of the court, but because no one knows what her position is. But again, she's just a glorified clerk.
Yeah.
But
wow,
the big problem is that the judge he talked to the juror in chambers and saying, well, I'm going to excuse you because we have this and this evidence, and he didn't look into the evidence. So he's probably going to retire before this is coming up.
Yeah.
I think he's about done, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's supposed to be done in December, but if he jumps off now, his legacy won't be heard.
No. So can
Yeah,
you look
so-
in private chat, please?
And I agree. Like, that's the whole thing. Like, if I had no idea about this stuff and I was just your
lawyer
everyday
chef.
person and I went on jury duty, if she was supposed to be authority figure and she's saying these things to me and doing these things, are you really going to question it?
Right. You're probably not going to bring it up to the judge. Like, hey, yeah, your
I'll,
lady right here, she totally did that.
Yeah, she's a little shady. What's up with this lady?
Right?
I'll pull that up. EU. I just wanted to say that. Wait. Hold on.
Oh, wrong way around. I'll get it.
No, I can pull it up. It's just so the two lawyers she hired, one is a state representative, Justin Bamberg, known for representing various victims of Murdaugh's financial crimes.
Of course.
Shocker.
Bamberg, the son of two law enforcement officers, is also known for representing families of African American men who were shot by police in cases that received national attention. The other is Will Lewis, a former assistant U.S. attorney who prosecuted a variety of white-collar crimes, including helping send former Fifth Circuit solicitor Dan Johnson to prison in 2019 for wire fraud in connection with Johnson's thefts from government. Lewis's
Book
mother
sales
is
must be good.
yeah, Lewis's mother is U.S. Judge Mary Lewis. His late father, Cam Lewis, was a prominent Columbia lawyer. If this is pro bono, then it's even more sus.
They won't do this pro
Oh,
bono
they ain't
because
yeah, no way.
Then
with the sworn affidavits you have, she's in big trouble because
yeah,
she can't talk to the jurors without and the story about her going into the jury rooms, especially the female jury room, why they sequester her by gender, I don't understand.
That's so
2023,
weird.
You can be every
well, it
gender
is
you
South
want,
Carolina.
yeah, I know they're a bit behind, but South Carolina, maybe by race, but by gender, I don't get it.
Oh my God.
I'm surprised she doesn't have Tinsley for her lawyer.
I know.
Oh my God.
She's going to get the one from the, not Halderson, the one you covered. What's his name?
The Ivory Lamar.
Oh.
Yeah, B. Ivory. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would love
This
her having.
cannot be.
I want to.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
Okay, so I just found this on Twitter. Lefty, you've seen this because you commented on it. So,
So you want me to play
Through the comments.
yeah, well, we might show the comments. I don't know.
I want to bring in Joe
We better.
McCullough. He is a South Carolina attorney who actually represents two of the jurors who spoke to the defense. Can you tell us, sir, why the jurors felt it was important to come forward with this information?
Well, they were white.
I don't want to get into their motivations.
I know. He looks like a
reluctantly
weird Colonel
agreed
Sanders.
to talk to the defense. They told the defense the best of their recollections. And, this is one of those chips fall where they may. I mean, I have a lot of regard for the clerk of Colleton County, and it's unfortunate that we find ourselves here. So it's hard to say where this goes, but it is a challenge to our court system now to evaluate all this and determine what is the next right thing to do.
And these were sworn affidavits from the jurors basically saying that the clerk was talking about the defendant. And according to the defense, they came forward because they were upset about that. Is it possible that they're also upset now with the verdict, with the way they chose to vote guilty?
What's he wearing?
Well, I don't want to talk about the motivations. I think that the really long motion, 65 pages, I think, pretty much spells out the defense position and their concern about whether or not there was interference with this jury's process. And that's such an important fundamental part of our criminal justice system. It all fails if we don't have fair trials. So that's what this is about.
Yeah.
We spoke to you a lot during the trial, Joe. You're an
a little
expert on
bit
South
recently,
Carolina law.
buddy.
You're an expert on this case. I mean, you were there for most of the trial. Do you think this warrants a new trial for Alec Murdaugh? Do you think that's what needs to happen if all of this turns out to be true?
If it turns out to be true, yes.
Well, I hate to engage in what ifs. I will say that
Alex
the
Murdaugh too.
assertions by the defense today, buttressed by statements made by people I represent, they're serious. And there certainly is a way that our court could find that this cannot be assigned as harmless error. But we'll have to wait for the court to do its work.
It's going to be interesting to see the way this turns out. Thank you so much, Joe.
Nothing boring about this.
No,
case.
no, and thanks for always talking to us. We appreciate
no,
it,
nothing
Joe.
boring.
So you heard him, Nicole. I mean, listen, when
Yeah.
That's I don't know why, but that just was a stupid.
I mean, the fact that Murdaugh
if
is
this
fighting.
turns out to be true,
Yeah.
would that warrant a new trial?
Yeah,
would
isn't the
hope
statement
so.
your
No.
client?
Of course.
Yeah, I mean, the
Duh.
fact that Murdaugh is fighting this so hard, it bothers him. I mean, he's accepted life in prison. It bothers him that his wife and son were unalived, and not only is he blamed for it, but nobody is looking for the person who did it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it feels just
But again,
like
we watched most of I don't know if everyone watched the trial. We watched the trial, and the evidence just don't line up with
No.
the one-person shooter and the cell phone thing, and that he had to go from the house to the kennel to back to the house in 19 minutes.
It wasn't even that
drug
long.
addict.
Yeah.
It's and when the clerk talks about in her book that, well, his story doesn't add up. So everyone knew that after we visited the place. No, the prosecution's timeline just doesn't add up because
nope.
He couldn't have done that and completely clean himself off from every if supposedly he had shot them at close range. He would have blood spatter, brain matter, everything on him. It
was brutal.
Did anybody watch the Netflix documentary that I think it came out during the trial itself?
Before the trial.
Yeah.
But they do it. I watched it, and the one guy, the farmhand like guy, they asked him on the stand if there could be water pooled there. And he's like, oh no, water never pools in that spot. When they did the Netflix documentary, they do a flyover and there's a big wet spot right there in that same spot.
Giant wet spot.
And it was it was in the video.
Daryl makes Lefty sleep on it.
I just went down and visited my sister, and she watched the Murdaugh trial and the Laurie Babel, whatever it's called. And she was, but he was so guilty. I said, did you watch the trial? No, but I watched this. I said, yeah, but
I watched the Netflix documentary.
But that's the problem, because that's all the people who's on Twitter today. It's all the I watched it on Netflix.
Yeah,
Netflix wouldn't lie.
Or the true crime boxwine moms who make their own videos.
Yeah.
After I watched the Netflix documentaries, I don't think that Paul was driving that boat when the crash happened. So
I thought
because I watched the cousin of the one boy, I think that he knows what's up and he's having a hard time dealing with it.
Yeah.
Sorry, Sal, I shouldn't have done that. Can you bring it back up again? Let's look at the comments.
Oh. That juror is the one dismissed from duty, just saying.
That juror?
Isn't this...
Which of the four?
The one that was dismissed by her.
I know, but they said that juror. Which of the four jurors?
Like, isn't this guy other people's lawyer close to the case too? Yeah, it's freaking South Carolina.
Can you zoom up?
Yeah, and it's a small county there. It's everyone's lawyer, and again, that doesn't
They're
matter.
all related.
What matters is, did this biatch use her power to influence the case?
Exactly.
Don't give a flying F about Murdaugh was a piece of shit.
Oh, this is going to be so good. Let's go.
So when the jurors they spoke to, did they even deliberate? Well, not really.
2.5 hours,
Joe was in
including
court.
lunch.
Yeah. Joe is in court every day and regularly covering this on the news. Seems like conflict of interest. I love that guy.
I love that guy.
Sal, you should move to the deep south. You have the accent and you have the
Betsy.
No, the not so fondness of black people.
Oh my God.
What? He loves the black people.
I love black people.
He does.
Jesse Lee Peterson would have fun with you.
Guys,
I just hit my hometown, and now I'm gonna brush my teeth, and then I'm gonna put you on my iPad. I'm gonna fall asleep to your beautiful angelic voices and yours too, Farrell.
Thank you.
Invite me.
Thanks for turning up, Baker. Much appreciated.
I'll soothe you to sleep, baby.
Nice.
Thank you.
Mwah.
You rock me to sleep. You're my rock. See you later, all.
Bye, Baker.
Bye-bye. That was funny.
These people are so freaking.
Oh my God. Look
What
at that.
a freaking mess. I am so sick of Alex Murdaugh's face.
Good Christ.
69.
69
likes.
69 likes.
I just realized my father was 69 years old today.
Oh.
You better have called him.
You're too busy to say happy birthday right now.
No, not today. He's been 69. I just realized he was 69.
Okay. You said today like it's his birthday.
No, I realized it today.
Right.
Do these jurors have to come out of their own pocket for representation, or is there a special fund for this?
A special fund for in case there's like jury tampering. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
What?
If what the defense is alleging happened, it would seem that they would have a very good case for the previous verdict to be overturned and a new trial granted.
Oh,
she's one of us.
A new trail. You tell him, Denise.
Proud mom. What's it say? Proud mom.
Oh,
proud mom, happy wife, retired RN,
volunteer,
avid reader, politics, healthcare, foodie, loves to cook, lifelong Democrat. Oh, she's a Democrat.
Yeah, and gun violence.
Stand with Ukraine. Sunflower.
Hey, Sal, did you just realize that your dad is 69 because somebody invited you at his 70th birthday?
No.
Okay. He's been 69 all year.
I know. Do you love black people? I wish it was on my stream. I have some Jesse clips. Beta.
Amazing. I need to put things into my little sound effects.
I know.
But actually, I've got some of my own. But where am I? The one that I've got is not related to this, but it's funny.
Look at that one. Check the bank account of those two jurors.
Oh my
Lord! It was 3, sweetie.
Yeah, sorry.
Or
Okay,
4.
Intentional. You got it.
Not intentional. Not.
Why is that on loop?
Intentional. Not intentional.
Yeah.
Not intentional.
Oh, stop it. Stop it. Be quiet. Yeah.
Where is this comment we're looking for?
That was Sarah Boone. Okay, keep going.
I thought you said someone
Keep going.
commented.
Yeah, we're looking for a special comment.
Sal.
What?
Keep going, Sal. You'll know it when you see it.
Oh, is there one?
Yes, keep going.
A special comment. A special comment about what?
My man's innocent.
My man. Hey, that sounds like you're talking about Jensen.
I know. Jeez, I was jealous for a second.
Yeah, right.
Thought Jensen was cheating on me. Reluctantly spoke to defense. Okay.
Well, yeah, they came to the defense after telling them, no, we don't want to talk to you.
Jurors are getting pain.
Hey, jurors are getting pain. Good job, idiot.
Let's go.
Alex lawyers should have to pay for a new trial if they lose.
That's not how this works.
No.
Wait, if they lose?
If they lose?
What? If they lose, they don't get a new trial.
What is this idiot? Oh, yeah. Come on.
What am I looking for?
Keep going. You'll see it.
Yay.
How long
Well, now this is it.
What do you know something's there, Jamie?
That's it?
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
You
no
must have
worries.
skipped it.
I guess.
Oh, did you put something in there, Farrell?
No, I thought you said Lefty did.
Oh, Lefty did comment.
Oh, he
Like
did?
there was a comment. There was a comment from Lefty straight after. Well, when I saw it, because I sent the link. Yep. And there was a comment from Lefty straight after it.
It's probably a reply.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would have been a reply. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I'm probably not going to see it.
No, why would you not see that? A reply to the.
Because they're
If I knew
not.
which one.
You have to open them.
Yeah.
I find this so frustrating with Twitter. It's
I
like
know.
you can't like it's all just a big sort of massive like tree branches and lung like a lung kind of thing,
Yeah.
you know, and you can't like work out where everything intertwines. And then if you want to like find a tweet,
Oh, God. Judge Newman
it's
is
really
trending.
tricky. Pardon?
Judge Newman is trending.
Oh, I thought
Yeah,
you
but
were
it's not.
bleeding you.
He's not trending for this. He's not trending because of this. He's trending because of I think the hot car mum or something.
Oh, probably.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Christ.
Oh, yeah,
I think because
Also,
is she being
Jamie-
sentenced?
Oh, did you look?
Yeah, and he did do it, but that trial was after this trial. I want to find something that he did before, like.
Look at this shit.
Well,
But he did do it. He
Yeah.
did do it in the hot car trial
Fuck
too.
around and find out. Yeah.
Oh, my God. I hate these people.
Oh, look at him. He's so smug. And he's become so so famous. Like apparently like he walks down the street and people want to get selfies with him and stuff.
Because he was so
Like-
biased, now he's famous.
Yeah. Like people just like want to hug him and
So
thank
gross.
Give them
you.
mouth hugs.
Oh, Salbert.
I mean, I may
mean-
want a selfie with Judge B, but
Well,
That's-
yeah.
that's for
fair.
other
Judge B. Oh, for sure. Yeah, definitely. But he'd probably tell you to
I'd
go
want-
fuck off.
I'd actually make him like
Like-
record his voice. He'd have to say something to me.
I know. I'd make him like do a ringtone. Say he should like
A
do
ringtone.
audiobooks when he retires,
Yeah.
like 50 Shades of Grey.
Yeah. Yeah,
Fine.
totally.
We
I love
can
that.
have him do the Sal and Paige rant.
Yeah.
We'll compare them.
I'd like to have a look at one of Nick's tweets.
I never saw them, I don't think.
Just search Nick.
Oh, about this?
Daros?
Yeah. Yeah, Nick Starro. He's been saying some great stuff.
Mm-hmm.
What, Farrell?
What?
Why'd you go,
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he has good tweets.
Ah, good tweets. Yeah, I mean, I agree with them. I want to bring them up and
I retweeted him last night.
yeah. Unfortunately, he hasn't responded to my invitation to come on stream. He
Dang.
may be
He's
really
sleeping.
drunk and tired.
Who?
Well, he's Swedish.
Yeah, don't expect any of them to show up anywhere. They're
No, I understand. I'm amazed that Baker made it. I'm amazed.
But I am
It's
concerned.
like 2 o'clock in the morning for him.
I am concerned.
Yeah,
I hope that they are alive. Especially David.
Well,
Sure,
yeah.
pumpkin.
Can you zoom up, please? Or not?
Yeah, Baker made it out, but I don't know about Dave. We
Look,
need a wellness check.
If David had, yeah, we
I'm
do need a
surprised
wellness
that
check.
David made it out of the country.
Yeah.
True. He did quite well, didn't he? Well, he did have his wife with him.
Yeah.
So, you know, he had a chaperone.
Babysitter.
And she knows her way around Sweden.
I hope so.
Well, you would think. David won't make his plane on Monday. Oh, really?
Probably not. He'll be hungover by then.
You got home okay, Baker, finally.
I'll be right back.
Isn't he the one controlling the...
I know. What is he?
No. we can both control.
Oh, I was
I was going to say,
why-
well, you've been
why-
asking him to pull everything up, so...
We can both control. Well, I mean, yeah, I know, but like,
Yeah, let me leave this blank screen and run to the bathroom.
Yeah.
No, so basically I've been sending links to Dali, or he's got his own links as well. I am not that great yet with sharing
Okay.
screen. I
screen.
can, yeah, well, I've worked out finally, like, well, it took a little bit of boomerang, but I worked out how to share my screen, like, for my design stream, because yeah, that took a little boomerang, but it worked in the end. But as far as like sharing with my web pages and stuff, I'm not that confident with that. And because we both have access to each other's StreamYards, like, cool, could you please do that?
Did he fix Did he fix his so you don't chat as him now?
Yeah.
Darn.
Fix that one up.
That was
'Cause,
fantastic.
That was fantastic. I was enjoying that a lot, being able to chat under his name. That was awesome fun. But yeah, I think he got straight onto that problem in between
Right.
times. That was a bit of a problem. Yeah, I think he wanted to sort that one out. But yeah.
Well, especially when you started saying stuff to David. Because David didn't know.
David didn't know. And I did ask him to send Sal asked him
D-large.
to send him a D-large pic. Yeah. And then he had the photo of the rulers and let's play rulers. Yeah. David's like, I'm out. Yeah, I know. So, and I don't know whether he even ever worked that out, what was going on. So, yeah. What I would really like to do though is look at some of these tweets that I woke up and had a bit of a look at, and I was like, oh God. Oh my God. What is going on? It's just I don't know. Could I get myself in trouble for this?
What? I don't know.
Showing Nick's tweets?
No, not Nick's tweets. Well, I mean,
Oh, Sal's tweets?
the whole thread.
Right?
What?
What did you say? What?
Oh yeah.
do?
So yeah. So you were sharing Nick's.
Yeah, there wasn't
Twitter feed.
anything there that I saw.
I think she's talking about the thing you got into on the Twitters today.
Oh, okay.
No, not so much you, but more hang on, I'll just see. I'll do it myself.
Okay.
For sure, Eris. I'm gonna have like an hour-long stream of just racist Sal.
Oh God, Farrell. Oh, Farrell.
I'm probably gonna be a Discord only though, because YouTube wants to not like that. They already reported me to Flux.
Really?
YouTube asked Flux if she wanted to strike me.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Did she?
She's no.
Oh,
She
no.
let
Yeah,
me
okay.
know
Asked
that
her.
they had done it. Yeah. She's like,
Yeah.
so YouTube be
That makes
snitching?
sense.
That's funny.
Oh God, that's so stupid.
Oh, look. MLS Live in Sweden. Oh, I haven't seen this yet.
Babu.
Babu is in big trouble.
Okay. Here we go.
Found it.
Yep. All right. So you know what? I will just share this myself then.
She does.
And then I go like that.
Bigger.
Yeah. Bigger. And then I go like that. Oops, hang on. Dolly, help.
Help her make it bigger.
Hang on.
Yeah.
I didn't do that. Did you do that, Dolly? Okay. And now how do I? Oh, okay. Good. And now, do I just make my tab? Do I like zoom in on the tab?
Can't hear you, Sal.
Yeah, you're muted, Sal.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes. That was a very creepy voice.
I didn't want to blast your eardrums.
Okay, thanks. All right, so hang on. Does that work? Can I keep zooming in? Oh, you can even see. Can you see my mouse? Like, if I go like that, can you see my mouse? Oh wow, you can see my mouse. Even cooler. There we go.
Magic.
Oh, alrighty. Let's see what Nick has to say. So, you can read if you want, Sal. You've got a good voice for reading.
The difference in the two emerging camps regarding the motion on new trial and the Murdaugh trial is the understanding and lack of understanding on the position Miss Becky has. I think it's Mrs., but that's okay. She is an elected official. Jurors are supposed to believe her words are sanctioned by law or directly from the mouth of the judge. When jurors are asked if they were influenced, the understanding is that it is forces outside of court,
Yes.
like social media, friends, family,
mainstream media.
Oh, I thought it was multi-strategic marketing.
Well, I always, when I see that, it depends who is talking. I have to compute in my mind.
I was trying to think of what that term was to say.
Yeah.
Friends, family, multi-strategic marketing and such. The situation is not unique in that words from bailiffs and staff have overturned a conviction on or orders of new trial have been issued. It is unique in the sheer volume of alleged misconduct.
Hey, Buffy.
Period. Every single quote, if true, can issue a new trial in themselves. Period. And here we have several quotes, allegations of fabricating evidence to have a juror excused from juror duty. Self-promoting a book, soliciting, not the good kind, meetings between talk shows and jurors. That is from interviews from 4 jurors. There were 12 and alternates. If there is a hearing, which should happen, all of them will probably be subpoenaed. So will phone records, SLED agents, communications, etc., etc. And we would have known nothing about this if she hadn't written that damn book.
Damn book. Yeah, he's so right.
Period. Exclamation mark.
This is getting some traction. He's got 12 reposts, 51 likes, 2 bookmarks, 1,704 views. There you go. So that was 8:09 p.m. my time last night, that's 12 hours ago. Oh, there's Guy Vermectin. Hello. Doesn't Newman decide if there's a new trial? I doubt he obliges. If he doesn't, it will get appealed. Okay.
I mean, they have a good case to get him off the trial or a new trial because he's done interviews and stuff like that, which was really stupid. Really stupid. I don't know if I've ever seen
is that
Casey
like
Anthony.
I mean,
The first judge of Casey Anthony gave interviews about how shocked he was at the verdict and how disgusted he was. And then Newman, after he retired, or not Newman, Percy, anyway, the other judge, gave interviews as well, saying how he hated Casey Anthony.
Yes.
I mean, she did not get a fair trial. But yeah, so it's very, very rare.
Who said Casey Anthony didn't get a fair trial?
No, I'm saying it.
Oh.
Because the judges were so biased.
And Casey Anthony's?
Yeah.
I don't know that I agree with that.
I'm trying to go to bed. So it's
Yeah,
another stream, another day for another stream.
One day.
Yeah.
One day.
We'll fight about it, Albert.
I'll try and get Gosney on.
Trying to get Gosney on. Okay, hang on. I'm just going to.
You think he's going to protect you?
No, but he knows about it. Junior.
Do you, Sal? Do you know?
Were you even born yet?
Yeah, I don't even. Did you even watch that trial? No, he's told me a million times that he believes that it was an accident, and then they like covered it up.
What's this Terry person saying?
You don't.
It was abused too.
Oh, whatever.
Terry person. Terry. The difference is your lack of understanding or taking the time to actually look at the paperwork. The form they fill out asks them if they were influenced specifically by the clerk, not outside forces.
Salbert, we are going to fight about that.
Okay.
You bring your evidence and I'll bring mine. We'll fight.
Ooh, yeah.
And look,
you show me yours and I'll show you mine.
Expose our evidence.
This is like
those are
so many things are weird about this.
What do you think the accident was? Do you believe the pool drowning BS?
Pool drowning? Who drowned the pool? What pool? What are you talking about?
Yeah, I do.
Really?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Or I think
0% of the time, there's a kid fall in a pool and people don't call and report it and try and save that baby.
Well, no, the child was already deceased.
Okay, but why wouldn't she call that? What's the reason she wouldn't call
They always
Her
try.
father-
Even if they are cold dead, they always try and resuscitate the baby.
Well, her father was the one saying she was dead.
So you believe
Nobody said that.
Well, that's her story.
Then why was she looking up chloroform on the computer in the family home?
I believe that was the mother or the father.
No, the mom. The mom was at work when she said that she made those searches. She was clocked in at work.
So the father.
The only
who was a
person
gardener.
the only person that was home when those searches
Okay, I'm
were
not doing
being
this
made was Crazy Anthony.
Okay. Children.
Oh,
Yes, mommy.
Yes.
That was creepy.
It was a little. Right. Okay.
Schedule is
We
free.
I
will.
want to like double team Sal because I was right with her with Farrell like the whole time.
We will
No,
do this another day.
It'll be a threesome.
Yeah, for sure.
We will absolutely do this another day because I do like it when everyone gets spicy. It's fun.
I know. You can spank me.
No. Anyway,
to
this has
go,
been awesome. I've really enjoyed today.
Yeah. I have 2 meatballs heating up.
Nice 2 meatballs with like a zucchini in between.
How big are they?
No, mashed potatoes.
And mashed potatoes?
Right.
2 meatballs and mashed potatoes after you're eating?
Yeah.
What size are these
I
meatballs?
ate
How big are these meatballs? How big are your balls?
They're decent size.
They're like big
Yeah, they're
guys?
like Mark Jensen says, he's big balls.
I don't know what Mark
We
Jensen's
don't know.
meatballs look like.
Oh, you don't know yet. Okay, yeah.
Wait a minute. Hold up.
Now, do we have any mods left? Oh, Lefty's here.
And Iris are in here, I think.
Okay. Anyway, what I'd like to do is just make sure that everyone has press like on this stream, please. And if there's anyone here who's not subscribed to Dali or Feral or Lefty and any other streamers that are here, please do. Especially, I am going to just get my link up and make sure that people are subscribing to MLS, because if you're not subscribed to MLS,
Lefty.
Sorry?
The network.
I said she wants you to post links, Lefty, to everybody's.
Yeah, Lefty, do your job. I gave you a tool. I gave you a tool so that you could do something, and that
You need
is
the
actually
link list, Lefty?
Yeah, Lefty. How do you not have a link list? Well, I'm assuming you don't have a link list.
I don't either. I'm terrible. Sorry.
Wow.
Because usually I'm not on my computer. I'm on my phone. And you can't do it like that.
Thank you, Murph. Thank you very much. What do I need? Okay, so I need your link up. I need Farrell's link up. I need Sal's link up. I need Jamie's Lash app up. I need my PayPal link up. And just like nah. And I need David's membership link up. See, I give you a tool and I expect you to work, dude.
She's throwing down the hammer like somebody else we know.
I don't need help to play with my tool.
Lefty, I sent you a thing with all the links.
A dick pic? Oh.
No, he
He's
sends
like,
that to me. Not
He's
the
all like,
other way
I want a tool, I want
around.
a tool. And then I go, okay, so I put some links up and he's like, what?
Sal, I only send you dick pics.
All right. I'm only kidding. But yeah, make sure you press like, make sure you subscribe to all the peoples. And thank you everyone for turning up. That was super duper fun. Oh, MG Law needs a link as well. And Melissa Jane. Melissa Jane says, yeah, use your tool. Lefty. Always saying you got like a big tool and all that. And don't want to use it. All right. And tomorrow we will be Jensening, like we said we were going to Jensen on Sal's channel. And we're going to be going through all the documents because we have documents, people. Documents.
Yes.
Finally with the documents.
First 20
some
pages.
documents, not all the documents, but some.
We're talking about
documents,
Jensen now, right?
Yeah, Jensen, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Rebecca, sweetheart, Kenosha court clerk. Not like the South Carolina one. Totally different. She would never do this. But she, I paid today.
Okay, not Becky.
There was a little mix up where she hadn't put my updated to the government website. So I wasn't able to pay. And I'm like, Rebecca, sweetie, come on now. But no, she went, oh, I'm sorry, check again. So then I was able to, do the, it's like $40. Got the documents already. She sent them ahead of time too, which was really kind of her. Like I was surprised. She went out of her way and just gave them to me right away. Not going to burn that bridge because, gonna need some future documents. But she put the CDs in the mail. So I got those on the way. Hope to get them Saturday, maybe Monday. But I got, 22 or 20 pages of the manuscript that goes into Jensen's early life, college days with his lovely wife. And then the last page was starting him going into their affair. So we'll go through that and try to figure out how to do it.
We'll work it out, but it's there's some entertaining things in there.
Yeah.
For tomorrow. So yeah, that was what we were going to do that today, but at the last second, we're chatting in Discord, and we're just like, there's just too much tea, and what the Beck, what the actual Beck, and yeah, Beck and L, we have to do this.
Yep.
So yeah, and it was fun.
Yes.
That was fun. Oh, that didn't work again. I have to make that shorter. I have got to make that shorter. I'm going to. So annoying. Very annoying. Maybe I'll just remove you from the thing and say, for live alerts to all trials covered by Mo Baker and more. Not Sal. Okay. No. Of course I'll put you, Sal.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah, send me your Cash App link,
Okay.
so I can add it to my list.
It's not Cash App, it's PayPal, and it's
okay.
I don't have Cash App because Australia doesn't believe in Cash App.
Yeah.
But it's on my link page.
Okay.
So yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna make a link tree because
yeah, I know that's kind of the way to go, huh?
Personal get tax against our guests will get your time. Oh dear. No timing out here. We don't time out here. No. All right, we're gonna go.
Yeah.
I've been trying to. I should have said. I said like I got poor Grandpa Sal there is like about to fall asleep.
He's got to eat his dang meatballs. Like, let him go.
Yeah, like actual Grandpa Simpson. Okay, so it's time for him to go. Thank you, everybody. That was an epic stream. Bepic.
Yes.
3 hours and 10 minutes and so much fun. Thank you, everybody. I really appreciate it. And tomorrow, Jensen time.
Yep.
Jensen time.
Later.
Bye.
Bye,
everybody. Oh, I'm gonna do this.
Wave to the camera,
Where are you
Farrell.
going? I am. I actually am.